Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing decent, Brand. I'm doing decent, man. We are now, we are technically not monetized. I read the rule. I read the little things wrong. But if you guys do want to send us a super chat, basically an offering, that would be very appreciative. We're just trying to make it out of here, man. We're two broke guys, man, who just got a podcast. We're just trying to make out. But if you guys do send some, that would be great. If you guys just send regular chats, obviously we still gonna read them. It's all love. But thank you guys for liking and watching the videos and subscribing. It means a lot. And this is only up from here, man. This is the first full year of me and Charles doing this together, man. It's been great. Like it's been great. So, just up from here, just up to here. I got something to propose to you, brother.
What's
I
that?
guess it's not a bet. It's technically for bragging rights.
Okay.
All up into the end of the show, we pick 5 teams that we are riding with for the rest of the year.
I
Because
think
you
I
know how
know.
we got bragging rights. You know how
Uh-huh.
I had the Rockets all the way up from the beginning, and you say had the Pistons all the way up. We pick 5 teams that we're gonna ride with all the way up to the end of the season. Then it's like, let's just say, hey, I thought the Wizards was gonna be this and this. Then you get them bragging rights at the end of the year. But we can pick, me and you can have one team that we can both have, But they do
Okay.
gotta be 5 different teams, but only
Teams.
one. We can only both
So
have one.
basically, I'll ride the dice for the season, basically.
Basically, yes.
All right.
So let's just say hypothetically, me and you have the Lakers. We can both have the Lakers for the whole year, but then the other 4 gotta be different. And then
All
we
right.
gotta come to a conclusion at the end of the year. We can wait all the way up to the end of the show. And then next week, we can do 10 players that we can ride with for the rest of the year.
All
10
right, bet.
players. 10 players, and we can have up to 2 of the same. And also until the start of the next season, if you want to change this team or player, you have the chance. But after that season, after the first game of the season, those are your players and your teams until the end of the year. So you have basically the next 2 months to say, hey, I'm riding with this team, but then it's like, I ain't really messing with this team. I'll switch. You have
All
all
right.
the way up until the season start. So for today, we got 5 teams we picking that we riding with all the way up until the season.
All right, bet.
I already got 2 of mine. Now the rest, I don't know. I gotta think of that throughout. I already got 2. I already got 2.
Yeah. I already got my two.
I don't know who your 2. I know one, but I don't know the other 2. I don't know the other one. But we can wait to the end. We can wait it to the end of the show to figure this out. And also, I want to ask you before we start: is Austin Reeves the best third option LeBron has ever had?
No.
Just from
I
the
probably
third option, from what they
third
did as the
options.
third
Nah.
option.
Nah. I say Kevin Love was better than him.
You think
I say Chris Bosh was better than him. Yeah, I still think
you
Kevin Love was still good. It
no?
was just that he had to change his role.
I was looking like I think Austin Reeves once like Luca got there. Austin Reeves was averaging close to 20 some points per game, and I was like, ooh. So I was like, it got to be either Chris Bosh, Kevin Love, or Austin Reeves. It got to be between one of them.
I think Chris Bosh was still better than Austin Reeves. And I put whatchamacallit. Like I said, I put Kevin Love in front of him too.
I don't think it's crazy to say Austin Reeves was out here, killing, bro. I don't think that's the worst idea saying that Austin Reeves as a third option was probably better than Kevin Love as a third option on the Cavs and Chris Bosh as a third option on the Heat. And I don't think that's the craziest thing to say. Austin Reeves was killing. Those guys were good too, but the roles, man, like Kevin Love went from basically you remember how he was 2020.
Yeah.
Then he
And
changed. Yeah. Instantly 2020. Chris Bosh, almost 20 and 10 in Toronto. Obviously, that goes down. You playing with D Wade and LeBron. Austin Reeves, he was actually better with LeBron and Luka. He was technically better.
I
So
mean, their roles was different though. Chris Bosh and Kevin Love roles was to rebound, play defense, and knock down wide open threes. Austin Reeves, his job is to go out there and get buckets because can't nobody else on their team get buckets besides Luka and Bron. But from like as a totality, as a player, I'm still picking Chris Bosh and K Love over Austin.
I think Chris Bosh and go ahead. My bad.
I was just gonna say, I feel like if Austin Reeves wasn't on that team, they could still do some damage. But if they didn't have Chris Bosh or Kevin Love, they wouldn't have did a lot of the things that they did.
Hey man, it's not the craziest thing to say that Austin Reeves was probably a better third option than LeBron. I was just thinking of that. I just wanted to ask you, but let's get it started. Let's start out in LA, man. LeBron James picked up his $52 million player option, but it also came with some comments from Rich Paul. I'll read the comments. LeBron wants to compete for a championship. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for the 8 years with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. We understand the difficulty in winning now while preparing for the future. We do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. He wants to make every season he has left count. And the Lakers understand that, are supportive, and want what's best for him. So, from them comments and with LeBron picking up his player option, do you think it is probably the end of LeBron in LA?
No, I think Bron gonna close his career out in LA. I think that he just did he picked up his player option and didn't sign an extension because not only does it help, it helps the team out money wise. So for next year, he could sign a lesser deal if he wants to go back there. But I think he gonna finish career off in LA. I don't think he going nowhere.
Didn't you say he should have taken less?
Yeah, I thought he should have, so they can go get some more people for their bench. He only got like 2 years left, anyways.
I knew he wouldn't do it. Now I did think he was gonna opt out, sign for close to probably 50 again. I was not expecting him to pick up his player option because he usually doesn't do this. He usually opts out and does a new contract 1-for-1. But my thing is, you picking up the $50 million player option actually hurts the Lakers. So now you can't even say go out there and get some more 3-and-D type players or just better players in general. And that's when the comments, when he says he values a realistic chance of winning it all. Because in my head, I'm just like, if you think that, or if Rich Paul say that, picking up the player option defeats the purpose of you saying that. That just doesn't make sense. If you want to have a realistic chance of winning, you would have opted out, probably taking maybe at least maybe $40 million deal. That extra $10 million, 12. Yeah, go.
I was gonna say like 45. 45.
40 whatever. That would have helped the Lakers a lot. That's extra because you 52. That would have been an extra $12 million in their pocket that they could have played around with. But these comments and you picking it up doesn't mean anything. So it's like, I don't get what LeBron is doing. Like, I get it. You want all the money you can. I said it, man. I don't care how much money you make. You want all the money you can get. But the comments and you picking it up, this just doesn't make sense for me. But is he finished his career in LA? Honestly, though, I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if this is his last year in the NBA. Because next year, I don't think the Lakers give him no 50 mil. You're not giving 41-year-old LeBron 50 mil. It's not going to happen. It just won't happen. And plus, you have to basically surround this team around Luka. Like, Luka is the guy now. So we can't base it off you, LeBron. LeBron, I ain't going to say LeBron is a role player, but he's just an add-on guy now. He's just an add-on.
I wouldn't say he an add-on. LeBron can still lead you to an NBA championship at 40 years old, which is crazy.
Not as the guy. I don't think so as the guy no more.
You don't think LeBron could be the number one guy on your championship team no more? So say if he had who is somebody that's still good, but that really isn't better than him? But say it was Bron and like 2 other all-stars or like another all-star and like a bunch of good players around him. You don't think Bron could lead that team to a chip?
I don't think 41-year-old LeBron can. Like, it's kind of obvious to a degree. LeBron still had a really good year, but LeBron kind of regressed this year to a little bit. He kind of regressed on the scoring side, at least, even though it really wasn't that much. But you could tell he regressed, and he's just not the defender no more like he once was. To have LeBron be one of your best defenders and to be your go-to guy all the time on offense, he can't do that. He just can't do that anymore. And that's why I don't think he could be the, like, I ain't gonna, like, if it was LeBron and AD, I have no faith in them. I have no faith. Because LeBron would have been still your best player, and you would have asked LeBron to go out there and drop almost close to 30 points per game and to facilitate. With Luka, we know Luka gonna give you 30. We know he gonna rebound pretty good, and we know he's gonna get people involved. Like, I don't think this LeBron can be the number one guy. Some people are debating, is he even still a top 10 player in the NBA now? People are still debating that. Like, I don't think so. So, like, hypothetically, let's just say, okay, so let's just say it was LeBron, Cat, and Brunson. I don't think he's my number one guy. I think it's Brunson. I think I would like Brunson to lead to be that one guy, and LeBron can kind of take a step back.
I don't know. I feel like, well, in the regular season, of course, you're gonna let them go crazy, and then you say LeBron for the playoffs because he is 4 years old. But I still think LeBron is low-key your go-to option. It's just that in the regular season, we're not gonna rely on him as much because we're trying to keep him as healthy as possible for playoffs. But once playoff comes, LeBron is definitely the go-to option. I don't know. I feel like it depends. Because of course we're gonna have him take a back seat in the regular season. He old, so
So if LeBron was put this LeBron and replace it with LeBron back on the Cavs, you still want LeBron as that first option? Mind you, we have younger Kyrie. at that point. I would rather have Kyrie Irving to be like that number one option on those teams. And maybe even a better Kevin Love. Like, LeBron probably still second option. But I think Kevin Love is better. He probably scores a little bit more. But I would rather have Kyrie Irving as the number one guy on those Cavs team if I have 41-year-old LeBron at that time. That's just me, though. That's just me. And you look at the Lakers moves, and we're gonna talk about like the signings and all that. But they signed DeAndre Ayton. They signed Jake LaRavia. That was the first person they called.
That Jay. I was scrolling on it was either Instagram or Twitter, and they talking about breaking news. I said breaking news for who? For Jake LaRavia? Get the fuck out of here! Ain't no damn breaking news.
It's the Lakers. That's why it's the Lakers. But those are the two moves they only made. They still got to make some more moves. I think the Lakers will make more moves. But there has been a trade, not proposal, but trades going around as the Heat and the Lakers. The Lakers would give up Rui Hachimura, Dalton Knecht, and a first-round pick for Andrew Wiggins. Would you make that trade?
No. Especially when the Jazz are out here talking about well, it don't really matter that they got them a big now, but the Jazz was out here talking about they wanted 2 firsts for Walker Kessler. Y'all don't really need Wiggins. You give up Rui and Knecht for just Andrew Wiggins, you wasting depth. You could at least have Knecht on your bench and had another shooter on your roster still. Andrew Wiggins isn't a knockdown shooter. And then his defense is okay, but it isn't like crazy good. But no, I wouldn't do it.
I actually probably would do it. Because if we're thinking about it, like, who's better, Andrew Wiggins or Rui?
Wiggins.
Okay. So, and then I looked on, Andrew Wiggins is making more money, but they're both going to be free agents unless Wiggins picks up the player option. So technically, they're both free agents. Dalton Knecht is a second-year player. But Dalton Knecht is just a shooter. I feel like you said it before, bro. We can find the shooter. We can find that guy. We can find the shooter. Like we can
Jay,
find the
why
shit.
y'all ain't find? Why we didn't get one last year then? We was looking for
Don't
one all
ask
last year,
Rob.
couldn't get one.
Ask Rob. Don't ask me. Ask Rob. I don't know what Rob is doing. But we can find a shooter. Like, hypothetically wise, if we could have got Luke Cornett, we could have just replaced Luke Cornett with Dalton Connect and then Andrew Wiggins with Rui. Andrew Wiggins is a better defender than Rui. And we need POA. Like, rolling out there with Luka, not a good defender. Austin Reeves, not a good defender. LeBron is old. Then Rui? Is Rui our best POA defender, technically? That's the best. That's not that good. So I'd rather just take Wiggins and then just hypothetically just find another shooter to replace Dalton Connect. And then you just giving a first round pick. Man, if Luka here and we do what's right, that first round pick ain't gonna be nothing. I'll do it. I'll think about doing it.
I mean, well, one, he's making, like you said, more money than Rui. So that's a bigger hit on your cap. But at the same time, I mean, like, you could use that first to flip it for some. I mean, I don't know. Let me get me wrong. Wiggins is a better defender than Rui. But at the same time, I rather keep Rui and Connect because, yeah, you can find a shooter anywhere, but we see they couldn't find anybody last year. And then last year, the problem was that they didn't have a big. Now you got a big, so it's like the defense, don't get me wrong, at times were but, you know what I'm saying? But at times they were good as well. So, and then Connect another year. You know, he's a big body. He's 6'6". It's hard to find a 6'6" sniper like that. He can rebound. He could do a little bit of everything, but his main attribute is shooting. But I keep Connect. I wouldn't give up both just for Wiggins. I get him a first and probably Rui, but you gotta at least keep Connect.
So
You gotta keep him.
So is it only because it's two players? Is
Yeah,
that really
that
it? It's two
well,
players.
the players, like, if it was, say, Gabe, Vincent, and Rui in the first, okay, fine, cool, take them. But you can't give up Connect, bro. You can't give him up.
Look, man. Could Dalton Connect take a step? Yeah, I believe it. But it's kind of crazy to say this. He didn't play nothing like he did in Tennessee. Like he didn't do none of that last year. And I get it.
I mean,
he wasn't the guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't the guy. But I never saw how he was at Tennessee. I felt like I never saw the flashes
Yeah, you
of that.
did.
Yeah,
Early in the season. Early in the season, you saw it.
Season. My point. And then you know what's crazy? JJ Redick was benching him because he couldn't play defense. So if he doesn't play defense again, JJ Redick is just gonna bench him. Like, so what's the point of keeping him if we're just gonna bench him because he can't play no defense? I'd rather just take Andrew Wiggins, who's better than Rui, and Dalton Connect, who is an older rookie. Well, second year player. What is he about? Like 25? I was about to say 25. No. What, like 22, 23?
I think he had like 23 or 24. One of them.
Find somebody else to replace that. We get the POA defender and just a better player. I'm cool with that. I mean,
and then you got to think, bro, Wiggins be missing time too. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, Dalton Connect, he was a rookie last year. So trying to learn the NBA terminology and defensive schemes and when you're supposed to switch and where you're supposed to be. Like, of course, all rookies are going to have mishaps on defense, but I think this year he'll be better. I'll just say ride it out. Me personally, I'll just say ride it out. Because Andrew Wiggins doesn't stay healthy enough.
I was about to say they was thinking about flipping him for Mark Williams.
That's because we needed a big. I would have did that because you needed a big. You needed a big more than you needed Connect at that moment in time.
And now we need a POA defender.
But the defense was decent last year. It wasn't like it was bottom half of the league. It was decent. And y'all didn't even have Andrew Wiggins. So if our defense
was had
mid,
and he's gone. He played a part. He's gone now. We let him go for nothing. So
still got your boy Vando.
He can't play. His offense is so bad. It's really bad. I would give up Vanderbilt, honestly, kind of in a heartbeat. He can't give me nothing on offense. If he could just shoot corner threes, I'll be cool. I'll be good, but he can't do that. It's basically 405 on the court. So I'd rather just have Wiggins, who's just a better player. Let me see how many games he missed, how many games he played. Let's see. Last year, he played, what is this? 60 games, because Golden State, he played 60 games. He played 71 the year before, then 37 that 1 year in 23, then 73, 71. So, he's in the middle. He misses games. He stays healthy to an extent. You know, I get it. I understand. It's the two players and a first-round pick, but look, man, we're getting rid of that. I'll take Wiggins all day. Like, if I can find a better shooter that's on the free agent market, bring him over here, bro. Bring him over here. But honestly, with final thoughts on LeBron, I do think LeBron stays, but I will not be shocked if this is his last year. It's just, I just don't like the comments saying, like, want to win a championship, but didn't help us take a pay cut. Like, $50 million handicaps us. Do you know next year LeBron and Luka are technically free agents?
Yeah.
So Rob has to sign this man, Luka. He has to sign him. He has to sign this man. Like, I think it's August 2nd. He can get a 4-year, $220-some million contract. So he has to get it done. But let's move on. Let's move on with the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks signed Miles Turner to a 4-year, $107 million contract. But to do that, they had to waive Damian Lillard. They stretched out his contract. He was due to $113 million. They stretched it out for $22 million a year. For the next 5 years, Damian Lillard getting $20 million a year to absolutely do nothing. So, what are your thoughts on just the Bucks in general and them waiving Damian Lillard?
When I seen it, I was low-key kind of confused. I'm like, this can't be true. They did not just waive my man. They did not just cut him, bro. And then when I got to thinking about it, I'm like, the only reason why I can think of them cutting him is because he's not going to be back next year. And they're trying to do anything to keep Giannis. So, we cut Dame, but we got you Miles Turner, re-signed Bobby Portis, Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent. And to be honest with you, without Dame, if they would have got able to get Dame and Miles, even though they wasn't going to be able to do that, but if they were able to get both, then okay, cool. But this was an effort to try to keep Giannis somewhat happy by getting a replacement. And then Brook Lopez is gone. So getting Brook Lopez as a replacement. So I guess that was an attempt to make him happy. But if we being honest, bro, I'm still not happy because this isn't enough. What am I supposed to do with this? I know we in win mode right now, and Dame's not going to be here next season. So we go get Miles Turner to try to go compete. But that's not going to move the needle. Like, let's just be honest. Miles Turner is a good player, but it's not going to move the needles for the Bucks. So when I thought about it, I'm like, this is the only thing that I can think of. They were trying to get Miles Turner to at least keep Giannis happy and to at least fight for next year and try to do something in the offseason next year. But it's not enough.
The Bucks have the 8th best odds to win the East. They have the 8th best odds, even after all this. And also, what is the gap between Miles Turner and Brook Lopez as a player? We know Miles Turner is better, but what's the gap with their play? How big is the gap?
It ain't that big.
I don't think it's that big. They kind of do the same thing. They do the same thing. They don't rebound. All they do is shoot threes. But Miles Turner is more pick and pop. I think the only difference is Miles Turner is younger and he's more mobile. That's it. But they're technically the same player. So what did Kenyon Martin say the other day? You basically just moved furniture. You didn't buy a new one. You just moved it. And so, like you said, I was shocked. I was shocked that Dame got cut. I was not expecting that. And I'm looking at it now. You signed Miles Turner, 4 years, $107 million. Re-signed Bobby Portis, 3 for $44 million. Re-signed KPJ, 2 for $11 million. Re-signed Gary Trent, 2 for $7 million. Re-signed Taurean Prince, 2 for $7 million. Traded Pat Connaughton and 2 second-round picks to the Hornets. I was like, it takes that for dude on the Hornets? For Misic? I said, all right, whatever. Let Brook Lopez go and then resign Jericho Sims. Echoing the same words you just said. If I'm Giannis, I'm looking like, This it? This it? Like, come on, man. What we doing? Like, I can't win with this. Now, could I be competitive in the East? Yeah, fine. Are we winning? Hell no. Yo, you're not better than the Knicks. You're not better than the Cavs. You're not better than the Magic. Huh. Maybe before free agency, I could have said he was up there with the Hawks. Y'all not better than with the Hawks right now as we speak. Y'all not better than the Sixers, the healthy Sixers. Y'all not even better than the Pistons. They think the Celtics are better than them.
Yeah, bro.
So it's like, what do we do? If I'm Giannis, at some point, bro, I get it. You're loyal. They done everything for you. But at some point, if you claim that you want to win a championship, if you claim that, you have to say, you know what? This isn't enough. Yes, it's just time to get up out of it. I like that. I'll say this. I like that they are being aggressive. I give them that. They are being aggressive. They are signing players. I give them that. But the signings, it's not that good. This is the same roster I had last year, and I got smacked in the first round. This is literally the same roster, and we got smacked. And the same thing's going to happen again. We're going to be smacked. And we just got Miles Turner, just a younger player. But Dame, hey, look, Dame is getting paid $20-something million a year to rehab.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about it. Well, no, we can get into it now. I was gonna say, because like, if we think about it, Dame low key in a good position right now. He can set the crib, chill, rehab, be close to his family, get his mental right, and then now he gets to choose whatever team he wants to go to now. Legit, whatever team.
He can, bro. When you think about it, since they basically had to waive to get Miles Turner, they're basically paying Miles Turner $50 million. Technically.
Oh, because of Dame and his contract amount.
So yes, they basically paying $50 million to get Miles Turner. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's just not smart. And then it's like that's $22 billion of that's like in the NFL, that's $22 million of dead cap.
Yep.
That's dead cap. So now you can't even use that because it's going to Dame. And Dame.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then like you couldn't trade him because when nobody gonna want him because he injured goods, and then like you had to make a roster move now to at least keep Giannis happy. Because if they would have just kept Dame and say signed everybody else like they did, Giannis was gonna be in a worse predicament than what he is now. So it was like, I mean, I still wouldn't have waived him though. I would have tried to get something back for him. You got nothing back for him. Nothing.
Who's taking a $50 million Dame who tore his Achilles? Who's taking that? Who?
Somebody.
No one's doing that, bro. No one's doing that. Hold on, let me read that. Francisco, my guy, what's up, bro? Without Giannis, I think the Bucks are a top 2 bottom team. Get out, man. Damn, that's bottom 2 is crazy. $50 million for Miles Turner, $30 million for Nas Reed. What happened to the game I love? Nas getting 25
CBA deals, dog. Them CBA deals.
Nas Reed getting 25 a year. Didn't we talk about Nas was supposed to get probably get 20 something, but we was like 30 million. It's like, I don't know. But 20 something, I think that's about right for him. But bro, no one's taking so basically this is what you're telling me. So we're talking, right? I'm the Bucks, you're whoever. I'm pitching to you, hey man, look. We trying to get rid of Dame. Now, mind you, Dame ain't going to be back until later in the year probably. So he ain't even going to be 100% really. Then all of next year, he might not even really get back to 100% because usually it takes to the year after that to really get back to form. So so I tell you that, you like, you know what? I might do it.
Man, look, I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest to move that man, bro. I can't just let him go for nothing. I can't just cut him and get nothing back from him at all. You literally just signed the man just to cut him. Like what? Yeah, I'm gonna give you about $30 million. Then I'm gonna just cut you. That's cool. Like no, Jay, I gotta get something.
How do we look at the Giannis and the Dame tenure in Milwaukee? How do we look at it? It was only 2 years.
It was low key. If we going basing off them 2 years, it was a failure. I don't think Doc used them right. And then by the time they started using the Dame and Giannis pick and roll more, it was like it's too late. I don't think they had the right coach. I don't think they were used right. I don't think they never just really like gelled. It didn't really look effortless out there. Like you would have thought that Dame and Giannis being on the same team, that pick and roll would be deadly. It would be unstoppable, but they would be unguardable. But at times they were guardable. Like ain't no way in hell that Dame and Giannis shouldn't have been going off for 25 plus every night. Both of them. Ain't no way in hell.
Did you see that report that he asked the Bucks could he rehab in Portland and the Bucks said no? I'm trying to figure out why they said no.
I guess because it's Portland, his old team. I don't know why they said no. I would have told him, yeah, that's what he's most comfortable with. Why wouldn't you?
And it's like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do for you here that I can't do at home? I can't do nothing. What am I doing? Just sit on the bench?
Yeah.
What's the point of that? Like, and they said that kind of rubbed him the wrong way, and that's like, yeah,
That would
I
rub
bet.
me the wrong way too. Yeah, hell yeah. You don't trust me or something? Like the hell?
Like, I mean, can we be honest? He never wanted to go there. Like, can we really be honest? And I get it. The Bucks, like at that time, it was the Heat. The Bucks were kind of a better team than the Heat at that point. So it's like you're going to play with Giannis, top 5 player in the league. This is one of the best teams in the East. You'd be thinking like, yeah, he should be happy, but he never wanted to go there. He always said he wanted to go to Miami to play with Jimmy Butler. But the Portland Trailblazers said, nope, no, Pat Riley was on BS. And the Portland said, no, we're not doing all that. We're not giving up all that. So they sent him to Milwaukee away from his family. And I remember he said that he wasn't like depressed, but it was just sad that, being from Milwaukee and he was going through like the divorce and stuff. His kids weren't there. So he was basically alone. He was technically alone.
He was sad. He was sad as hell.
Yeah. So, and I bet if he goes to Miami, a place he wanted to go, things probably would have been better. He still probably wouldn't have been with his kids or whatever, but I think it would have been better because this is where I wanted to go. You send me somewhere where I didn't want to go. And that played a part. And like you said, it's a failure. We only got 2 years of Giannis and Dame. And in the first year, we saw Giannis miss the whole first round. And Dame played like, 3 games, I think, because then he hurt like his hamstring or something like that. I think he played like 5 and then missed the last game. Then this year, we basically saw Dame for 2 games and a half. Actually, 3. 2 games and a half. We saw Dame for 2 games and a half. And we just saw Giannis. That's it. We never really saw them in a full playoff series play together. We never saw it. And who knows how it would have been. Maybe they would have won. Not the championship, but maybe they would have gotten far in the playoffs. But we never saw a series with both of them. And it's a failure. And you basically gave up Drew Holiday. And he won a championship. And y'all won nothing. And it's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up.
Hey, what teams would you see Dame going to?
Hey, I was just great minds think alike, brother. I was just looking at the teams. So it was the teams that were reported that have interest in him is the Celtics, the Warriors, and the Lakers. Then on CBS, I saw an article, forgot to do names, sorry, brother. He listed the Heat, Blazers, Nuggets, Cavs, and T-Wolves.
Heat, Blazers, Nuggets, and T-Wolves.
And Cavs.
And Cavs.
Those were the teams he listed. But from all the other reports, it's really the Lakers, Celtics, and Warriors. I honestly said the Celtics. I think the Celtics actually would be good. This is the gap year you throw away this year, but then you come back with a Tatum, Brown, and Dame, Derek White.
Because Anthony Simon's only on 1-year deal too, so.
Yes. What do you think? What you think?
Well, I had a couple of teams. I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 teams. I had the Celtics. Okay. I had the Magic. I had the Heat, the T-Wolves, and then depending on what the Kings do, because you compare him, Zach, DeMar, Sabonis, Keegan Murray. I'm like, that ain't bad. But yeah, so the Celtics, Magic, Heat, T-Wolves, and Kings, depending on what they do.
You think they ain't really want to go to Sacramento?
Hell no, but it's just they got a decent team. They just got a decent team, and I was just looking at all the teams that really need a point guard, and these were the teams that mostly need a point guard.
So you said the Magic. Who's going to the bench? Jalen Suggs?
Shit, you could either. I mean, I know they're probably not going to do this, but you could probably flip Jalen Suggs, get some better pieces. You still got Anthony Black on your bench, so you're not really losing no defense for real, for real. I mean, even though Jalen Suggs is a really good defender, and then you will have Dame, Desmond Bain, Franz, Paulo, and then Wendell. I mean, I like that. Besides Wendell.
Jalen Suggs makes like $35 a year.
And then you free up money. You free up money off the books too if you trade them and get
Dame low key. Dame is blessed. I ain't gonna cap. He's blessed because I don't think no one's gonna give him say no $40 million contract, but I can see a team giving him saying like a 2-year deal worth about 35 a year. That's 15 a year. Close to 20.
I was gonna say like 6. I would probably between 60 and 80 mil. I could see them giving them 40. I could look a year because how much he getting paid right now?
You think a team give a Dame 40 a year?
Damn.
40 a year? Nah, bro. I can't see it. I can't see that, bro. Dame is making 22 million technically off the thing. 22 million.
Because, well, really, he got. Well, no, he waived. That shit don't matter. They just gonna sign him to a new contract. Because right now he getting 48, then 54, then 58.
He's not getting paid.
Probably like mid-30s. Probably about like mid-30s. They're probably giving him about mid-30s.
Yeah, but mind you, he's older, coming off of Achilles. You really want to give somebody 30-something million a year off that?
It's just gonna be off name, mostly.
I don't think it's gonna be off name. I just think it's because he tore his Achilles. He's older. I think, and plus, if I give him 15 million a year, plus you getting the 22 million from the Bucks, that's about 30-something a year. I think that's cool. But basically, giving me my team, giving you 40 extra million dollars, you technically will be making 60 a year. Hell no, I'm not doing that. Hell no. Dame is cold. But off of Achilles and you older too, I can't do it. I can't do it. What was the other? You said the T-Wolves. I like the T-Wolves. I like the T-Wolves. I like it. I think they need another.
Rudy, Julius, Jaden.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a sleeper team, man. You can't sleep on them. Like that, if you add Dame with that, because they technically got the same team, that could be the needle mover to getting them to the finals. I'm not saying they can win it, but to get to the finals, to get over that step of losing back-to-back Western Conference Finals, he could be the missing piece for that team if he's decent.
They gotta go get some more bench players though, because you still only got Rob, you got Dante, Nas Reed now. But after
Terrence
that,
Shannon go play more. Terrence
Shannon. You're right, Terrence Shannon.
I mean, they technically got the same team.
Yeah, losing the kill though. They lost in the kill. That was a big loss for them.
I mean, who would you rather pick? It was basically keeping Nas and Julius.
Oh no, yeah, I'm keeping Nas and Julius.
Exactly.
Nikhil, you can go. You don't get me wrong. He was good, but I'm keeping Nas and Julius.
Exactly. But what about Dame on the Warriors? What about that? You don't like it?
I don't like it, bro. I mean, you got Curry and Dame, arguably, two of the greatest shooters to ever play the game. But then that lineup is what? Jimmy, Dame, Draymond, Jimmy, and then who else? Unless you start AirPods. The hell?
No, I'm not doing that.
And then depending if you get a big, I guess whatever big you get.
It'll be Steph, Dame. That's like a small backcourt that don't play a lot of defense. Jimmy, Draymond, no defense. Jimmy, Draymond, and whoever.
Nah.
It's good for the vibes, and you see Steph and Dame together. That'd be nice. That'd be cool. And Jimmy, and you wanted to play with Jimmy in Miami, so it's like, might as well go back. What about with the Lakers?
Him and Luka in the backcourt, I don't think that's gonna really work out. I mean, of course, Dame will make it work out because he can catch and shoot. But as far as defensively, and then I don't know, I just don't like the makeup of it. It don't seem right. Now, if LeBron was younger and still playing defense, maybe. But nah, you got 3 guys on your team in the starting lineup that plays no defense now.
So we rolling out the LeBron, Dame, Austin Reeves. Luka technically is the 3, even though he'll be the point guard. But for this, technically the 3. LeBron and whoever, and what, DeAndre Ayton?
No, Jay, that ain't it. That ain't it. What defensive stopper do you have in that lineup?
None. We don't. None. We don't have none. That's why I want Wiggins. But you don't want to pay him the price. I want Wiggins. I want him. Let me read this. To the Nuggets, it's a good fit, not gonna lie, as a veteran role coming from the bench. Dame to the
Dame not going on the bench, dog.
Man, at some point you gotta put your ego to the side. You wanna win? You wanna win? You want people to stop saying you a loser?
I ain't going to the bench though. He ain't no Melo.
Melo was still good at that time when he went to the bench.
But Melo, it was about that time Melo transitioned to the bench. I think Dame can still start.
How old was Melo? Francisco, how old was Melo when he went to Portland the first year? How old was he? Can you please tell me? Can you find that out? How old was Melo when he went to Portland that first year when he transitioned to the bench? Bruh, if you want to win, bro, think about this. Dame?
He was 35.
This is the same year as Dame. Dame is
Nah,
35.
really, nah. He first started going to the bench with 33 with OKC. That's when he first got to the bench.
Forget that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. No,
and then 34 when he went to Houston.
Yeah, I ain't talking about it. They scapegoat to him. They scapegoat to him.
Really around 34. 33, 34 is when he went to
This is the year of Dame. This is it. This is the same year as Dame.
Yeah, but the production is different though. Dame can give you starter level production. At that time, Carmelo Anthony can't really give you starter level production no more. Dame still averaged 25. Melo,
what did he average that year?
Melo 13.
13 points?
Yes.
How many minutes he played? How many minutes he played?
In OKC, he averaged 16. He played 32 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not. Well,
it's about that time.
No, how many minutes did he play that first year with Portland?
32 minutes, and he only averaged 15.
Look who was on his team. He had CJ. He had Dame. Who else he had on that team? Damn, who else was on? Nurkic. Whatever. But I mean, he has Jokic. He's playing with Jokic. Jokic is going to give him the ball. He's going to make it easy for him. Bro, we roll out a bench of Dame, Tim Hardaway, Bruce Brown, and Valanciunas. Look, man. They get Dame somehow. That's a championship team right there, bro.
They are already a championship team right now.
I will get into them later, but man. The Nuggets cooking something. They cooking something, bro. They cooking something. What about back to the Blazers? For just a year, for the vibes.
Nah,
for the vibes.
Unless you're retiring, bro, ain't no reason to go back there. Ain't no reason to go back there.
Why not? You can,
especially because he want to win. He want to win right now. If you want to win, you, of course, don't go there. If you're retiring, that's when you go back there.
But this is technically the gap year. It's like he'll technically be rehabbing. He'll get back into the fold playing with the Blazers. Then in the offseason, he'll probably sign a 1-year deal with the Blazers. Then you can sign somewhere else when you're fully back from the Achilles.
Because what's the point of that? You got Scoot there already. You got Shaedon Sharpe. You got Drew Holiday. You're trying to develop these guards. And if it's supposed to be his prove a year, it's like we got all these guards already, and we gotta play you so you can try to go get you another contract. Nah, ain't no point.
What about the Heat?
Yeah, I had them on my list too. Dane talked about he wanted to go there anyways, and then they need a point guard. They need talent in general on a team. So, Dane, Tyler Hero, Bam, Khalil Ware. That's a nice starting four.
But that was with Jimmy though. Jimmy not there no more. It's with Jimmy.
I mean, you still got a good team. Khalil Ware, Bam, Tyler, him. If they can get one more piece, they can make some noise in the East.
Where they in the East? Who they better than? With Dame. We got the Knicks.
Nah, they're not better than the Knicks.
Cavs.
And they're not better than the Cavs.
Magic. They're not better than
I put them in the same. I put them in the same tier with the Magic, the Pistons, the
Hawks.
Bucks,
They
Hawks.
better than the
and,
Bucks. They better than them.
I put them in that same category with them.
I'll take Magic. I'll take the Magic over them. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think the Magic is, even with Dame, I think they better. Bruh, the Heat just lost their best asset in Duncan Robinson. They just lost him. Like, he was one of your best bench players. And that's saying a lot. Duncan Robinson's a decent player, but it's like, come on. So it's like, you just lost one of your best bench players. I mean,
For Fontecchio.
They did do that for
Fontecchio decent though. He decent.
I take Duncan over him.
Yeah, for sure. But
I take Duncan.
yeah,
I take Duncan over him, bro. But with the Bucks in general, man, I don't know what they're doing because this don't look sexy to me, man. This don't look sexy. Like, bro, we could have just stayed with Brook Lopez for cheaper if we was basically gonna get Miles Turner. Like, we could have did that. I mean, Miles Turner is younger and better.
Or they could have just blew it up and started over.
They don't want
Because you're not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do nothing next year, and then Giannis probably gonna request a trade either next year at the end of the season. So it's like Giannis is gone anyways. So it's like you might as well just blow it up and start over right now.
Their starting five is KPJ, Gary Trent, Kuzma, Giannis, Miles Turner.
That's not it. That's not it, bro. That's a 7th seed at best.
No, for real. Well, would you take the Raptors
7th
over
seed
them?
at best. Well, I'll take the Raptors over them. Low key. Low key. I just might. Because they got Quickly, RJ, Scotty, Brandon Ingram, and Podol. That's a better starting five than the damn Bucks.
So you think they did
Only
Dame
difference
wrong?
is they got camaraderie. The Bucks got
think they
camaraderie.
did Dame wrong?
I think they did. Yeah, I think they did them bogus. From a business aspect, I still don't get it because I would have tried to get something from them. But I get why they did it from a business aspect, but I think they did them bogus there.
So if you was the GM, no one gives you nothing for Dame. Are you eventually doing it, or are you trying to tell Giannis, look, Giannis, we just gotta keep them in. We just gotta keep them.
Yeah, I'll just tell Giannis that, and then I'll flip both of their ass the following year. They just need to rebuild, bro. They have nothing going. They have no cap money. They have no draft capital. They have no talent. You have nothing going for you, bro. Just rebuild. Giannis did what he had to do and got y'all a championship already. Just rebuild, bro. Just rebuild, and then that way next year you could have got. Depending on if you would have flipped Giannis this offseason, you could have got a first-round draft pick or multiple first-round draft picks and set yourself up for next year's draft, the year after that, because the next 3 drafts it's gonna be good players coming out.
It was a trade on DraftKings. It was saying how the Hawks have the second best odds to get Giannis if he, asked for a trade. Second best.
Jalen Johnson. I get it as Jalen Johnson, a Kongu. Who else y'all want? And whoever else y'all want is some picks, bro. Yeah, I got to keep Dyson Daniels and I got to keep Zachariah.
And this trade is Giannis. The Hawks get Giannis. The Bucks get Jalen Johnson, Zachary Ricochet, 2026 first-round pick, unprotected, 2026 second-round pick, and a 2027 second-round pick.
I'll do it. If I'm the Hawks, I'm doing it. Yeah, I would like to keep Zachariah Ricochet because he's a 6'9" shooter and he plays decent defense. Yeah, I would want to keep that, but bro, if that's all you want for Giannis, there you go. Bye.
Bro, the Hawks would be out there with Trey, Nikhil,
Dyson Daniels,
Giannis, and KP. Oh, my God. That's on paper, that's the best team in the East on paper. Yeah, that is the best team in the East on paper, bro.
Better than the Sixers?
Yeah. I can't trust the Sixers. I can't trust them.
Yeah, I'm talking about if they
Oh,
all
healthy?
healthy and you just healthy and you match them up roster for roster. I low key say the
Who?
Sixers edge them out just a little bit.
I mean, so Giannis, Joel, healthy Joel, cancel
They
each other
cancel
out.
each other out.
Trey Young, Maxey. I say
Cancel
cancel
each
each.
other out.
Trey Young might be better, but cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Paul George. It depends. What are we getting a third? Are we which Paul George? Because I remember you was like Paul George could be the first option. Are we getting first option Paul George? Or are we getting really the third option Paul George?
Whatever it is, him and KP cancel each other out, regardless. Whichever one you get.
So then Nikhil versus who?
It come
Jerry
down
McCain.
Jerry McCain, Kelly
I take
Oubre.
Nikhil is better.
Kelly
than
Oubre.
He's better than them.
Um,
Dyson Daniels is probably better than them.
Kelly Oubre. Well, who else they got? McCain.
VJ now.
Yeah, VJ.
Yabusele is gone. He was one of their best bench players.
Yeah, he was one of their best bench players.
They rolling out with Eric Gordon, Andre Drummond. Ugh. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll give it to the Sixers by a little bit.
Why though? Like why?
I think they got like when you go on as far as bench, I think they got a little bit better of a bench than the Hawks would. If they gave up that and got Giannis, I think that they have a better bench than the Hawks would.
So let me go back. Roster. Let me see. So we got Eric Gordon. Okay, I'll say this. If they can somehow resign Quinn Grimes, I'm with you. If they can get him, because Quinn Grimes, I know he was the best player after everybody was hurt, but Quinn Grimes last year was amazing. He was amazing last year. So
Georgie Gang told his ass if Joel was here, your ass would be in the corner.
Is he lying?
He not. Nah, he not. He not lying. He not lying.
Because I ain't gonna cap. Quinn Grimes, when he was on the Knicks and the Pistons, he was never hooping like this, bro. He looked like a totally different player, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Quinn Grimes was out here hooping, bro.
Well, he dropped like 2-3 50 balls, didn't he?
Bro, he was amazing. Quentin Grimes was like, I ain't gonna cap. In some spins, he was damn near like top 20, 30 player in the NBA. Low key.
The last 10 games of the season.
Bro, look, I'm looking now. Gee, so from what is this? March, he was giving you 44, 14, 36, 25, 35, 29, 28, 46, 28, 25, 26, 22, 15. Then he gave you 26, 24, 28, 29, 17, then 8 in the last game of the regular season. He was hooping. He was hooping. He had some monster double games in here too. Like some monster doubles. Like Quentin Grimes was hooping. They could get him back. I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. But
then they got a lot of decent people. Like Justin Edwards, he played good, because he got time to get sick out there. So he played decent. He should be better this year. They got a lot of decent players over there.
They got Janai Broom. They saying he got no vertical. That's crazy.
Shit, it don't matter if you can go out there and get what you need to get done. So shit, it don't matter. Draymond Green 6'6", but he out there guarding 7-footers, locking their ass up. So
you think Draymond Green jump higher than him though?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, even at his old age now, yes.
But overall though, Dame, I did think they kind of did him dirty, but at the end of the day, I think you gotta do what you gotta do. If it took to get Miles Turner that we have to waive you, so far be it. But I think they only doing this just to show Giannis, hey Giannis, we're being aggressive, brother. I want you to stay. And Giannis is like, I see you, but it's like, did you really have
it's
to?
Not enough. It's not enough.
It's not. And if Giannis just wants to hoop, be in Milwaukee, I'm cool with that. I have no problem. But saying you want to win, it's not the place, brother. So if, at some point, you might have to ask for a trade. You're just making it longer than it got to be. But let's move on. Let's move on to which teams need to make a move this offseason. And we'll leave it and we'll do our we'll talk about the signings and stuff at the end. That'll be the last thing. But what teams do you think need to make a move this offseason?
Well, first and foremost, the Thunder. After seeing what the Nuggets did, what the Rockets did, all the teams in the West are making moves. And like I said, as soon as the Thunder won a championship, you cannot keep the same team if you want to win again next year. And the Denver Nuggets just showed us that they're trying to win next year. And remember, we did our whole dynasty thing about can these teams be a dynasty? Low key,
Oh, yeah,
Denver is back in that conversation now because they have a really good shot at winning the title next year. And if not, if they keep because I think Tim Hardaway sound like a 1 year and Bruce Brown sound a 1 year, but if they do that again, then it's a whole different ball game. But the Thunder have to make a move now after seeing all these teams in the West get better and add better players on their team. They have to add more now. They can't keep this same team.
The right now, at least the Thunder are just resigning their players. They signed AJ Mitchell. You resign Jalen Williams, not J Dub, but Jalen Williams. You gave Shea the biggest contract ever, annually wise, getting $71 million. Gave him the biggest contract. You're gonna resign Shea. You're gonna resign J Dub. I get what you're saying. I understand it, but I think I don't know what type of move they're gonna make this offseason. Now, could they make a move at the trade deadline? I can see that more than all season. I can see that. Even though the Nuggets, the Rockets, those guys have made a whole bunch of moves. I think they probably won't do nothing this because I think they're trying to just resign their players. They're trying to resign the players. And then remember last week I said Cam Johnson, he technically just went to your rival. They're not rivals, but you know what I mean. They just went to your rival. So I get it, but it's like, I don't know if they're gonna make a move, low key, especially after that. I've seen them resign their players. But my thing is, them resigning those, they can use those guys as trade chips, low key, because they're all on little contracts. Because I think I saw like AJ, I think it's like Jalen Williams. He
got 24. He got like 24.
That's $8 a year. You can easily move that easily. So it's actually smart on Sam Presti part, but I think they just gonna roll it back this year. And I get it. You do that.
I don't think they're gonna make no moves, but they need to. They need to.
Maybe their move is Topic. Maybe that's the move. Maybe that'll be the move. But the team that needs to make a move desperately now, the Pacers. The Pacers just lost basically their third best player. You already lost your best player, Tyrese, for the whole year. Then you just lost Miles Turner to really your rival. Indiana and Milwaukee are right next to each other. Technically, that is your rival. And you didn't get DeAndre Ayton. Thank God. So now it's like you look at the bigs. It's getting nasty. You said it last week, Tony Bradley and Thomas Bryant. That ain't it, man. That ain't it. So the Pacers, especially with them being cheap, you saw that report that basically they were going to go into a luxury tax, but once Tyrese Halliburton got hurt, they said, it's not worth it because he's hurt. So we're not going to really do nothing. It's not worth going on a luxury tax to sign Miles Turner. And I think they said they offered Miles Turner like $23 million a year, which is way kind of below what he was worth. And it's like, that's kind of bogus. Like, he's been your pillar. Like you said last week, he's been your pillar for the Pacers. He went through all these different teams. He went through the Paul George era, the Victor Oladipo era, the Sabonis era, now the Tyrese Halliburton era. He finally makes it to the finals. And then y'all kind of do him dirty like that because y'all being cheap. Nah, that ain't right. But the Pacers definitely got to make a move now. They got to get a center now. They got to.
I had them on my list too. Especially after they let Miles Turner go. Like lowballing him is crazy work, bro. If anything, I would have offered him whatever. I would have offered him whatever he wanted because he's been there so long. He stuck it through. He's a real ride or die pacer for life. You know what I mean? So I would have gave him what he's worth. And if not, they should at least gave him a respectable offer, bro. You couldn't even give this man a respectable offer. Even if Tyrese Halliburton went down, if you would have signed that man to a long extension, Tyrese would have been back the very next year. Even if it would have took Tyrese 2 years to come back fully healthy and the same, you still would have had Miles under lock. You still would have had Tyrese unlocked. Underlock. You still would have had Ben and all these other guys. They would have gotten better as the years progressed, and you could have seen what you could have done with this team, or you could have moved some of those guys and got better players to pair with Tyrese and Miles Turner. Now Miles Turner gone. You low key got to start all over. To be honest with you, they might as well just tank next year because they got their own draft pick. So you might as well tank and see if you can get a good big in the draft next year or not. Because ain't no good bigs in free agency. And who the hell's gonna want to come to Indiana?
Nobody.
Exactly. So you might as well tank. Hopefully there's a good big in next year's draft and you draft him.
Yeah, they made that trade, I think, from the Pelicans, I think, to get their pick back. Because they made that trade during the finals. But
That was a
now
smart move.
But it's like, bro, like, even if it's just the fact that you guys were literally in the finals in game 7. Now, if y'all would y'all won, who knows? But y'all had a chance of winning a championship. Now you lose your best player to an Achilles. Then you let your third best player go because you were cheap?
Yep.
Bro, y'all could have, and with the East, there's a chance y'all could have potentially been back to the finals. There's a chance. Anything could happen. Now it's like, I don't see it. That might be the only time, at least I can say in the next probably like 6 years now, anything can happen, but that might be the last time they make it to the finals. There's a chance. Like, that's this cheap move on you guys' part. This team got you to the NBA finals, and you basically just said, F it. Because your best player goes down?
That's exactly what they said.
Bro, I would have been like, man, we was right there, y'all. We was right there. We had a chance, man. Let's run this back. Add some more pieces. Let's get it going. Resign Miles Turner. Bro, because they was talking about Miles Turner, I think in the beginning, not in the beginning of free agency, but like early reports saying like he could have got $30 million. He got $26 million from the Bucks, but y'all tried to give him like 20, like low 20s. Bro, he's way more worth than 23. Like, I'm being honest. Like, he's worth more than that, especially since what all he's done for y'all. Y'all just did him bogus. That ain't right.
I think Vucevic could be a big next year available.
Maybe they should try and trade for him.
Yeah. That's the only other big I'm really saying that's going to be a free agent next year. Yeah, bro. They tweaked. I would have went to a luxury tax, bro. I would have just paid that.
I would have did it too. What's another team you got, brother?
Another team I got, the Hornets. The Hornets. I think the Hornets need to make some more moves because you just traded Mark Williams. You traded away Nurkic. Nurkic, and now you have you got Mason Plumlee, but Mason Plumlee isn't a starter level big. You need to go get you a big. And we'll talk more about to the winners and losers, but they got me hot. I ain't gonna lie. The Hornets got me hot. But they need to go make a move to go get a big. Because now you've put good pieces around LaMelo now. You drafted well. This is the first time we could say they did in a long time. So now you need to go get a big. You got to go get him a big.
But they got Ryan Kongberg now. Hear me out, brother. Hear me out. What if Mason Plumlee is just a stopgap? He's just there. Let him do whatever. We get closer to say January, February. Ryan starts playing. Then watch he become decent, and watch you pick him up in fantasy. Because he gonna be playing.
Of course, I'm gonna pick him up. But I'm just saying, though, he a rookie. It takes, unless you're like really good coming out as a big, it takes time for bigs to develop. Look at Zach Edey. Zach Edey played decent, you know what I'm saying, but he still needed time to develop and learn the defense and how to move in the NBA. And so it's like we need somebody. Yeah, Mason Plumlee is serviceable, but I'd rather have him as my backup than my starter.
I agree. But Zach Edey came in starting right away. Oh, Rick. I'm not saying Ryan goes come in the league starting off. I just think you just got Mason Plumlee as the stopgap. And then when it gets to close to January and stuff, Then we can start playing Ryan a little bit more. He takes minutes away from Mason Plumlee and then eventually start it. Like you said,
I still don't
it
think
takes
he's
a
ready.
minute.
I still wouldn't think he was ready by then. I think he needs to spend like how they red shirt. I think he in college. I think this needs to be his red shirt year. To be honest, and then say if the Hornets are good or in the because I think they can be a 7 to 8 seed this year, based off their roster moves. But say they in the contentions for a playoff spot. I'm not playing that. I ain't playing that rookie. Because I don't know what he gonna bring. Yeah, he might have flashes here and there, but we need consistency right now. We trying to at least make the playoffs.
You got no choice. I mean, you gave away Nurkic for Colin Sexton. I have no problem with that trade, but it's like, I don't know. Then
he better than Mason
Trey.
Plumlee.
Who? Colin Sexton?
Nurkic? No, Nurkic.
Oh, yeah,
I'll take Nurkic over Mason Plumlee.
Yeah. I agree. I have no problem with that. But then you sign Trey Mann. I have no problem with that. Then you sign Spencer Dinwiddie. And I'm really thinking like,
that's why I said they got me hot, bro. Y'all did so well, and then y'all go do this dumb shit. Like, you already I'll get into it later.
That's fine. Another team that needs to make a move. I think they're kind of in the middle. I would say the Celtics. You're probably most likely about to lose your bigs. And I get it. This is your gap year. This the throwaway year. But you still gotta get some bigs. Luke Cornett is gone. Al Horford most likely is gone. Bro, that team, when you look at it, their team is bad. It's not a good team.
Yeah.
I think they put out, it was like potential star 5. It was Simons, White, Jaylen Brown. Damn, who was at the 4? Jesus Christ, I don't even know who was at the 4. Then they had Xavier Tillman at the 5. I forgot he was on the team.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
I forgot who was at the 4. Whoever was at the 4. I forgot. But y'all need to go because I don't even know like what other you still got Peyton Pritchard off the bench, but then it's like after that, I don't know. So y'all gotta if y'all think
what's dude that they drafted? Gonzalez, they got him.
Oh, Hugo Gonzalez.
They got him.
They got Amari Williams too. You know more about him. Is he that was a good pick for them?
Will he be serviceable next year? I don't think so. He's an okay player, but I don't think he's going to be serviceable next year.
But they need to get a big. I don't know who it is now. Y'all got to get something. This team is This team is not it. But Celtics got to make a move. They got to do something. If y'all want to be competitive, I don't know if they really want to be competitive. But if y'all do want to be competitive, y'all got to make a move, man. This team is not it.
Another team that I got, I'll say the Lakers. Now I think that the Lakers, you got DeAndre Ayton, but we're still missing. I mean, depending on how you feel about Jackson Hayes, I still think we need a backup big, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we need a backup big. I think we need more wing defenders, and we need more shooters, of course. And more defense just in general.
I swear I saw a report like this is probably like a month ago. Jackson Hayes said he probably won't be back with the Lakers because JJ Redick kind of did him bogus. He was benching him when they needed a big, But that didn't make sense. Still to this day, I will never get how you could bench Jackson Hayes, but you could play Maxi Kleber in his first game back. Off I don't know. Like that was crazy. Like that was. If that was one of JJ Redick's worst decisions of the year, it's up there. It's definitely top 3. Damn near top 2. But, man, they need – because you roll out there with Gabe, Vanderbilt, I guess Maxi Kleber, Jordan Goodwin. Oh, yeah, Bronny gets more minutes this year, right?
Yeah, Bronny is getting more tick this year. I see Bronny getting at least 15, 20 minutes this year. I'm not going to lie.
You saw that video of Bronny, man?
His workout video?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. Yeah. Remember, I've always said Bronny was a first-round talent in my eyes. I've always said that.
I don't know about that.
I think if he wouldn't have just had that heart stuff, he probably would have went low first round.
Because when this was even before remember when they did a mock draft, it was the first mock draft. It was like that summer. They had him at like 15 going to the Hawks. I'm like, I don't know.
Lowry, I don't know about, but I think he was end of the first round talent.
People was definitely saying he was a first round, like a legit like lottery. I didn't think he was lottery. I don't know about
lottery. I don't know about lottery.
I don't know, man. Jake LaRavia. Forgot about him. Yeah, so we got Gabe, Vanderbilt, Jake LaRavia, Maxi Cleveland, and Bronny James. Wow.
That's not it, bro. That's not it.
Wow. That's not it. That's a
They need to go get them a bench. They need to go get a bench. I don't know where they're gonna find these guys at. Is Marcus or Markieff one of them? Is they still on the roster?
I think he's a free agent. I think Markieff is a free agent.
But yeah, they need to go get them a bench.
Definitely, the Lakers definitely need to make a move. This team it's not good. Let me read this. Pat Riley, old ass, not going after Dame. I believe it. All healthy. It's the Sixers, but yeah, the Hawks either way, a top 3 team. Another team, I wouldn't be shocked if we both got this team. The Heat. Bro, you just let Bro, I don't know what is Pat Riley doing? I'm dead serious. What has he done? I don't think he's done nothing. He's literally just traded away. Well, he did sign and trade with Duncan Robinson to get Fontecchio, but that's it. Bro, this team is just not good enough right now as we speak to contend in this wide open East. Like, the Heat are what? Playing again? They playing? Or are they Elite Six?
Nah, I wouldn't even get them 6, to be honest with you. I'd get them playing for sure.
Like Tyler, Bam, Khalil Ware, you got Terry Rozier, Jaime, Jovic. That team isn't good. And then I saw a report saying that they're going to focus on their young guys this year, having them play more. And it's like, okay, brother. Okay. But I think Pat Riley got to do something. Y'all know y'all need to make a move. I don't know what that move is. They want to go get a star, but they never get him. So, Pat Riley, go do something. The Heat need to make a move easily.
Another team I got T-Wolves. Yeah, you re-signed Nas and you re-signed Julius. But that point guard spot is still a missing link. I mean, I know you got Rob, but to be honest with you, I don't think Rob is the missing piece. I think he's a good player, and obviously we need to see him play more, but I don't think he's that missing link at your point guard spot. And then, you just lost Nikhil. So you need to add some more players on that bench. On that bench. Because you got Rob, Terrence Shannon coming off, Dante DiVincenzo, and Nas Reed. But besides Nas Reed, and I feel like Dante, yes, Terrence Shannon probably will give you consistent production next year. But other than that, who gives you consistent production off the bench? Besides Nas and Dante, I think you need some more consistency off the bench. And I think you need some more wing defenders to back up Ant and Jaden.
But wasn't the Timberwolves really just running like an 8-man rotation anyway in the playoffs? Like,
it was with Dante, Nas, and Nikhil. Yeah.
I'm not saying Shannon is gonna be Nikhil, but I think Shannon's just gonna take those minutes. So when you bring out there Rob, who most likely probably gets more minutes, Dante, Nas, and Shannon. They still a good team. They still top 5, top 6 in the West.
They need some more bench scoring.
I mean, because Bones Highland ain't it.
No.
Joe Ingles ain't it. Shit, that's it. And Jalen Clark, he was okay when he played.
Yeah, he's okay.
He was okay.
All right.
I mean,
they got a lot of
plus they handicapped though, low key. They kind of handicapped. They get everybody's getting paid like damn near like not a max, but a lot of money. Julius getting paid 30. Now he's getting paid 25. I think Rudy Gobert's getting paid close to 30. And damn, they're getting paid 40 something. Jay McDaniels is getting paid, I think, close to 20 something. Like, it's their core. They kind of capped. So I don't know what moves they can make. That's why I didn't even put them on there, because it's like, what can they do? Like, now if you could get Dame on the super cheap, but if you want to get like a point guard that's probably making close to 15 million, I don't know if you could do that, because they're a second April team easily. But this is my last team, the Golden State Warriors. Look, man, we've been talking about this for damn near like 80 years now. Go get a big man. I know I see the reports talk about Al Horford, but y'all damn near might lose Kuminga. I mean, if that trade, that little signing trade is true, I don't know what they get it back. But they got to go get something, probably better bench. I saw Gary Payton isn't returning, so now you really need to shore up that bench. Really go get a big man to help on the defensive end, rim protection, because Draymond Green can't be your best rim protector. It's just, I don't like that. That's just me. And you lost Kevon Looney, so you really need a big. He was the tallest player on the team. It's crazy. But y'all definitely need to go make a move. Like, the Warriors have to do something. I still think they're a good team, but go address that big and get some more bench players, some veteran bench players.
Yeah, I had them on my list too. I said they need to let Kuminga go. Kuminga is locked up, and they will not let that boy out. Free Kuminga, man. We need to start a free Kuminga movement. But the reports of the sign and trade, I heard they were trying to do it with the Kings. You think they can get Sabonis off him if they give Kuminga probably say some first and probably like Moody or something like that? You think they can get Sabonis off of the Kings?
They're trying to give them. They're trying to put Malik Monk in the trade.
That's for him to go to the Pistons.
Oh, you talking about if he goes to the Warriors? Oh,
yeah. I'm trying to say Kuminga to the Kings and Sabonis to the Warriors. Give them like Kuminga first and probably Moody or something like that.
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm the Kings, would I do that? Probably not. But I try to finagle my way into doing it. I don't think so. Like, because Sabonis for Kuminga. Come on, man. That'd be nice for the Warriors. They get Sabonis somehow.
Shit, we seen crazier shit than that though.
What's crazier than that?
Mikal Bridges going for all them first round picks.
Hey, man, look.
Rudy Gobert going for all them first round picks.
Hey, but look, though, it got them to 2 Western Conference Finals. And then Mikal Bridges got them, well, I never mind. I take that back.
Last team I got, though, is the Spurs. I think that, the Spurs are in a good spot. And the reason why I say need to make a move is because all the teams are getting good in the West. So go make that move. Go get Giannis. Pair him with Wemby so you guys can keep up in the West. Because you don't want to be stuck in no man's land, or you don't want to be stuck in the middle of the pack. So you guys have an opportunity right now to go get Giannis and make your team better so you can continue to compete with the top teams in the West.
You don't like the Luke Cornett pickup?
Oh no, it was a decent pickup, but that ain't enough to keep up with the Thunder, the Denver, or the Rockets, or the Lakers, or the Mavs. It's not enough to keep up with all them.
Hey, man, look. All I'm going to say is you got your best player in Shea, KD, or whoever. I got this tall guy. I got a chance. I got a chance. He could be just as good as y'all.
The West, yeah, no, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying the West is deep now, bro. They too deep now. And that team ain't the Spurs, they got a lot of good players, but they low-key ain't good enough.
Where would you put him at? Playing?
Either that or a 6th seed. Either right at that 6th seed or they playing for sure. Because the Thunder better than them, Denver better than them, Lakers better than them, Mavs better than them, Rockets better than them. Who else we got?
Is it foregone conclusion the Lakers are better?
Hey man, after that hey man, we up now, man. We got DeAndre Ayton, we up now. I even low key put the
Oh,
Clippers ahead of
so
them.
so it's we. So I guess that's our one team we got together, huh?
Yeah, that's
The
why
Lakers.
you know
Okay.
I'm a LeBron
Okay.
fan.
Okay. All right. That's cool. So the Lakers, I got you. I got you. I got you. I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know what more moves they can make though. Well, if you're talking about the trade, I
Just
get,
go
yeah, I
get
understand that.
Giannis. Go
Yeah,
get
I got
Giannis.
that. I understand that. I was just thinking of like, you get Cornette, you get a backup center because well, them Wemby minutes. Woo!
Charles Bailey was decent.
I take Luke Cornett.
Yeah,
Luke
yeah. I'll take
Cornett.
Luke Cornell.
Luke
Yeah,
Cornett. You see him in person, you be like, this man can't hoop. Hey,
yeah, he be
get on
hooping.
that court. He
He be
can hoop.
hooping.
You saw him you see him on the court. You be like, it's just some tall white dude. Get on that court, boy. He beating all y'all. But let's move on to our top 5 early teams in the West and the East. Let's start with the West. Let's just start at number 5 then number 4 while we got them there. So let's start with the West. Who do you have at number 5?
At number 5, I'm gonna go to Dallas Mavericks. I think this team is built for the championship. All they literally have to do is go and add Kyrie back. And the reason why they at 5 is literally because Kyrie isn't starting the season off. If Kyrie was here, I would damn near put them top 3.
At number 5, I definitely got the Mavericks. Bro, the Mavericks got everything, bro. You got the scoring, you got the big man. You probably got the best front court in the NBA, low key. You got the young star player, Cooper Flag now. All they missing is Kyrie Irving, bro. But with Kyrie, AD, Cooper, your bench is great. Big man is really good. They got everything you need on that team.
Literally everything.
And if, like you said, if Kyrie wasn't hurt, they'd probably be higher. But they really at number 5. Like, this team is really good, man. And watch out for the Mavericks, man. Like, Jason Kidd, well, he signed an extension now. Man, I wouldn't leave this team, man. This team is good.
Low-key, I think those reports came out of him wanting the interview for the Knicks so he can get that contract extension.
Ooh.
That's the only thing I could think of.
That makes sense, though. Gotta have that leverage somehow. That makes sense.
Yeah. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Lakers. We got DeAndre Ayton. We up right now, but that bench is terrible. That bench is dog doo-doo. Besides Connect and I even throw in the Bronny. Besides them 2, we ain't really got nothing on that bench. I mean, we have Vando, but after that, we ain't got nothing on that bench, bro. Nothing.
You so damn disrespectful. You named Bronny before Vanderbilt? Oh my god. Yep. That's so disrespectful. Oh my god. Bro, you said I'm going to connect with Bronny. We made like you added to Bronny. It's like, come on. Bronny's supposed to be with the nothings. Oh my god. That's disrespectful. Disrespectful to Vanderbilt, bro. Oh my god. But at number 4, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Look, man, the Timberwolves, they just went to back-to-back Western Conference Finals. You basically resigned everybody and just gonna get better. This past year, we saw Jaden McDaniels take an offensive leap. He was way better offensively. And then another year, the same system, obviously, with Chris Finch, he's going to get better. And with Julius back, Nas back, Dante DiVincenzo, all another year, this group can really be good and potentially maybe go back to the Western Conference Finals, man. The Timberwolves, they are a really good, deep team. They got everything you need. They got the superstar, technically. You got the big man. You got the second option, Julius. Like, the Timberwolves are a really good team, and right now they are at number 4 for me in the Western Conference.
At number 3, I'm gonna go the Houston Rockets. I like the addition of KD. And without really giving up anything, you still got Reed Shepherd on the bench, Cam Whitmore. You re-signed some of your veteran guys and Tate. You re-signed Steve Adams. You go pick up Capella, which I have no idea why, but because you didn't need him. but you go pick up Capella, so you got that depth in the for your big man. I like the Thunder. I like the Thunder all around.
I mean, the
I think they
Rockets,
got
you
a
said
really good team.
Thunder.
I mean, yeah, Rockets. The Rockets. I like the Rockets all around. I think they have a really good chance of competing for a chip this year too.
Number 3, I got the Denver Nuggets. Look, man, all the Denver Nuggets was missing was the bench. And they put this bench, and they just did all of this in basically a 2-day span. Signing
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hardaway, signing Bruce Brown, trading for Valanciunas for Dario Saric straight up. Just a salary dump, technically, but you get Valanciunas. You still got Peyton Watson coming off the bench. The only thing they're really missing is probably just another backup point guard. That's probably the only thing they're really missing, honestly. But besides that, this team took the Thunder to 7 with basically no bench. Now you got a bench. Who knows what they can do this year? But this team, the Denver Nuggets, they cooking. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
are really cooking. And then you get Cam Johnson. Like, the Denver Nuggets are cooking. They could honestly be number 2 for me, but I'm cool with them being at number 3. This team is really good, bro. Nuggets getting a lot of attention, man, because they made some great moves.
Yeah, my number 2 spot, I got the Denver Nuggets for everything you just said. With the additions of Cam Johnson, Michael Porter Jr. may be better and have a higher upside than him, but Cam is better defensively. I think that he's a better catch and shoot guy. I think he's a better coming off pin down screens and coming off screens shooting. So I like him for that. And then on top of that, I think he cuts more than Michael Porter Jr. So he's really a threat on all levels of the floor and at all times on the floor. And then, like I've been saying for the longest, go pick back up Bruce Brown, and they wouldn't did that. And so now you got a key piece to why you guys won your first championship back. To pair him with Aaron Gordon. Like you said, they got a bench now. Like you said, the only thing they're really missing is a backup point. And if we being honest, they can just put what's the guy that they drafted that they wanted to play last year? Over Westbrook, Jalen Pickett.
Jaden Pickett.
Yeah, Pickett, you got him now. So if you want him to play run point, you can, or you can have Julian Schroeder run the point if you want. You got a lot of options. So they really have no weaknesses anywhere, no holes anywhere. So I got them at number 2.
At number 2 for me, you already know. My Houston Rockets, man. I'm a Houstonian now. This is my second team, bro. But no, bro, the Rockets, on paper, they probably got the best team that can compete with the Thunder. They stole Dorian Finney-Smith from the Lakers. You signed Clint Capella, like you said. I have no clue why. You re-signed Steven Adams. You signed Jabari Smith. Good move by them. But the biggest piece of all, you got Kevin Durant. Like, that's all you need. Like, you just needed Kevin Durant. You replaced Kevin Durant with Jalen Green. Like, the Rockets had a great offseason. And this team right now, with the defense, the offense, they could have had an argument for being number 1. But we know who number 1 is. But this team right here, Rockets, man, gotta watch out for them, man. They're going to the finals. Watch. This team is really good.
My last thing, I got number 1 in the West. I got OKC. I know I talked about OKC needing to make moves and they can't have the same roster. And then on top of that, all these other teams are getting better, so they need to make moves. But I still, you gotta get a champ some respect. And that's mainly the reason why they number 1 on my board right now. Is because they're defending champs.
Yeah, OKC is number 1. You got the MVP. Got basically the richest guy in the league right now. And their team, they just got probably the best team on paper. This team is amazing, and they got everything you need: defense, offense, the big man, the role players, everything you need. And the Thunder are they're the champs. They are the champs. Like, this is a great team, so that's why they're number 1. Let me read this real quick. What's the predictions as of today? Francisco asked them: Thunder, the Rockets, the Nuggets at 3, the Clippers at 4, the Timberwolves at 5, the Mavs at 6, the Spurs at 7, and the Lakers at 8. Really close.
The Lakers at 8. Francisco, dog. Come
wait, you
on now.
put them at 5, right? Or 4?
Yeah, I had them in my top 5. I had them at
Yeah,
5.
okay, you did have them at 5. Yeah, I ain't
I
put
had
them
them
at
at 5.
I mean, this is what we're looking off right now. That ain't
But
a top 5 team.
8
I don't know
though,
about 8. I don't know about 8.
they still
Like,
a top 16.
because, like, if we're going off right now, I'm just going off the hits list. Are they better than the Clippers right now?
I feel like they're in the same. I feel like they're the same, low key.
Are they better than the
I feel like
Wolves?
the same.
Even the Wolves just smacked them.
I'm gonna say yeah, because they didn't have no bid. I'm gonna say yeah. I think they better than the Wolves.
He has the Mavs over them. Because
I wouldn't put them.
last week you just said they had the overall better roster than them. You did say that last week.
No, they did have a better overall roster than the
They
Lakers,
do.
but I don't think the whatchamacall gonna be they gonna be top 6. Mavs gonna be top 6, but I still think the Lakers gonna be higher because Kyrie is gone right now.
And then he has the Spurs at 7.
I ain't mad at the Spurs at 7. I'm just mad that the motherfucking Lakers are 8. Who would I take out? Ooh.
So
I'll probably take the Clippers out, to be honest with you.
they put them
Even
where?
them on the
Where'd you put
Wolves. Even them on the Wolves.
What, put them at like 8 or something?
Nah, I'll probably shit. I'll probably put the Lakers at 4. I'll probably put the Mavs at 5, and then put the Wolves at 6. Yeah. Either the Clippers or the Wolves can fight for that 6th spot.
All right, let's get to the East. I'll start. You started with the West. I'll start with the East. At number 5, I got the 76ers. The only reason that 5 is we don't know, but if they are healthy, this team is really stacked. You got your big 3 coming back. They're all healthy. You got Jerry McCain coming back off injury. You drafted VJ. This team's really good. And Joel Embiid is who we think he is, a healthy Joel Embiid. They could argue they could be number 1. You can argue it, but it's still a wait and see. But the 76ers are at number 5 because of health reasons. But overall, this still is a good team on paper.
At number 5, I got my Detroit Pistons. Losing Tim Hardaway and losing Dennis Schroeder. Well, really losing Dennis Schroeder hurts. That hurts a lot. I think we needed him as our backup point. I know we got Marcus Sasser, but Dennis Schroeder was a really good backup point for us. We're gonna miss him. But I got them at 5. They end up, getting Duncan Robinson, getting some more shooters around K, and they added Karis LeVert, 2 guys that went to Michigan. So, playing back in Detroit, they're going to be used to that. They're going to be used to that atmosphere. They're going to feel comfortable. I think they're going to play better. Then with losing Malik Beasley, I know that hurt a little bit, but I got them as the Pistons number 5. I think K takes another leap this year. I think Ashore gets better. I think Ron Holland gets better. Jaden Ivey's back now. So yeah, I think the Pistons gonna be number 5.
Karis LeVert technically is the Dennis Schroeder. He can be a backup point guard.
Yeah, but Dennis Schroeder's quicker. Like guarding the guards, like you need Dennis Schroeder to guard them quick guards. He's crafty. I'm not saying Karis LeVert is a slouch on defense. I just like Dennis Schroeder. Like how Dennis Schroeder played against Jalen Brunson. He played great defense on Jalen, even though Jalen Brunson still got his. He made it tough for him. I don't think Karis LeVert can make it as tough as Dennis Schroeder made it for Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? So losing Dennis hurts a lot. And then he's not the same type of playmaker Dennis is.
No, I get it. I get that. At number 4, I got the Atlanta Hawks, man. The Hawks, they cooking up something, bro.
Nah, the Hawks cooking, bro.
They cooking. The Hawks cooking. This the best team Trae Young ever had on paper.
Hey,
the best team.
Is they still mid now? Because we've been calling their ass mid. We've been calling their ass mid.
I said they probably not mid last week. The Hawks are cooking with trading for KP, signing to kill Alexander Walker, signing Luke Kennard. With this team, you're getting Jalen Johnson back. This team as of right now, could fight in the Eastern Conference and could potentially make an Eastern Conference Finals. This team is really good. Trae Young, obviously, we know what he is. Dyson Daniels coming off most improved. Zachary going into year 2. This team is really deep now. And this team, the Hawks are really good. They cooking up something. The Hawks are cooking up something.
Are they low key built like the Pacers? As far as not like it's like as far as like exact same players, but as far as like they got a bunch of good guys on their team that can hoop. Like they have the same type of build up as the Pacers.
I kind of want to say yes, but I would still say the healthy Pacers. Well, Miles Turner not there no more, so it's kind of. And Miles Turner was there technically. I would say kind of, but I think they might have overall better depth.
The Pacers do or the Hawks?
Pacers.
The
Pacers have overall better depth than the Hawks. But they kind of in that direction right now as we speak. You're not lying.
No, they've been cooking this all season. My 4th team, I'm gonna go with the Orlando Magic. I think with the acquisition of Desmond Baines, what they needed a shooter. They needed that a lot, and they got Tyrus Jones. So they got them a backup point guard or a starting point guard if Jalen Suggs goes down again. So yeah, I think those they met their 2 big holes and they filled their 2 big holes this offseason. And then we've always talked about if all they needed was another score, all they needed was more shooting, and they were already because when they finished what did they finish this year? They finished 5th or 6th.
Oh, the Magic?
Yeah.
They were like 7th.
7th? They finished 7th?
Yeah, they was in the plan. They was in the plan.
But yeah, with now they're healthier. I think that they, with like I said, the acquisition of Desmond Bain and Tyrus Jones filling those needs, I think they'd be a top 5 team in the East. Especially with Pacers being gone, Sixers being gone. I'm not Sixers, Celtics being hurt.
At number 3, I got the Knicks. Look, man, the Knicks, they finally got their coach. Congratulations to Mike Brown. You're the head coach now. And they got 2 good bench players. Hey, man, signing Jordan Clarkson, signing Yabusele. Those are some good pickups, man, to add with Mitchell Robinson on the bench and Deuce McBride.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Mike Brown plays those guys, they should be decent. But this still a good say. Yes, they were just in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks are a really good team, but it's just not better than them other 2 teams at the top. But the Knicks get number 3. Knicks made some good moves. I give them credit. They made some good pickups.
Number 3, I got the. I don't know. I'm a low key go. It's between the 76ers and the Knicks for sure, but I'm gonna go Knicks. They, like you said, they picked up Yabusele and they picked up Jordan Clarkson, so they got 2 bench guys to pair with Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson. So now their bench depth is not a problem now. So now guys can actually get rest. And then the only thing that's pulling me back a little bit is Mike Brown. Mike Brown is a good coach. Don't get me wrong. It's just that when it gets down to the nitty gritty and you need to call those clutch plays, I don't think he has that in his bag. And then on top of that, even though he has played with a guard, most of his teams had a good guard and a good big on it. I still want to see how he works Cat and Brunson, how this whole team works together, how he builds the offense around this whole team. But yeah, I got the Knicks at 3.
At number 2, I got the Orlando Magic, man. Look, they got what they needed. They got another shooter, another ball handler to go with Jalen Suggs, Paulo, and Franz. Defense was already basically top 5. Now the offense is probably going to be at least mid to probably say 15th in the league because last year they were bad. The offense was bad. I still think they do need to work on the bench a little bit. You got to resign Mo Wagner. I think that's a priority. But outside of that, They got everything you need, man. The Magic are gonna be scary with Desmond Bain out in the fold. They gonna be scary, and with Paulo, I think a lot of people are expecting him to take that like super duper leap. Same with Franz. I trust the Magic, man. I think they're going to be a really good team this year, man. That's why they're number 2.
Number 2, I got the Philadelphia 76ers. And all this is just based on them being healthy. You got Kelly Oubre, you got Tyrese Maxey, you got PG, Paul George, you got VJ, you just signed Trenton Wolford, he's decent. You got Justin Edwards, Jared McCain, Andre Drummond. They have a nice solid team over there. And then if you sign Quentin Grimes back, you got him. I think that the 76ers are literally in line to try and compete for a championship this year if they can just stay healthy.
And the last team at number 1, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Out of like core fours in the East, they got the best with Donovan Mitchell, Garland, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. They got everything. You signed Lonzo Ball you traded for Lonzo Ball from the Bulls, of course. Their bench is actually a little bit better now. Mm-hmm. I like what the Cavs are doing. Lonzo is going to help them a lot. I ain't going to say that's a missing piece of the championship, but that's a piece. That is a piece. So give the Cavs some credit.
My bad. Go ahead. My bad. Finish.
I was just going to say it's just a piece. But the Cavs, man, they are a good team. They got one of the best players in the Eastern Conference in Donovan Mitchell. They just got to show it in the playoffs. But right now, they are the best team in the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I got the Cavs as number 1 on mine too. Like, I would go as far as to say that is the missing piece. I'm not going to lie, because last year they needed, if they would have had Lonzo, probably if they would have had Lonzo instead of Darius Garland, they would have had a better chance against the Pacers. And then on top of that, the defense that he'll bring, because now in the playoffs, I can see them closing lineups being Alonzo, Darius Garland, Donovan, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. You know what I mean? Lonzo, because I wouldn't say he's a sniper, but in that corner, he shoots very well in that corner. He's a very good 3-point shooter. His defense is amazing, even with after the surgeries. So I think that was a missing piece for them, to be honest with you. So yeah, they've been the best. They was the best team last year. They added Lonzo. So yeah, I still think they're the number 1 team in the East right now. They're the number 1 team to beat in the East.
Let me get this straight. You just said the Hawks are cooking, but they ain't in the top 5.
I don't think that they're gonna be better than the Pistons, so Sixers, cooking. Magic, Knicks, or Cavs. Nah, I said they was cooking.
You're biased with the Pistons, so I get that part. I ain't tripping on that.
But the other 4, they're not better than the other 4. They're not better than the Sixers, Magic, Knicks, or Cavs.
Hey, I will honestly say maybe the Cavs.
You think they better than the Cavs?
No. They not. I meant to say they're not better than the Cavs. I would say
the Knicks.
They can give the Knicks some go. With this team they got now, they can give them. If KP healthy,
but are they better?
Are they better? I would still pick the Knicks. I would still think the Knicks are better. I would still pick the Knicks. The Magic, hey, I think the Magic are a good team. Don't get me wrong. But look, that team, man, the Hawks, what they have done. I'm just saying, bro. They could give some run to the Magic. Sixers, they could too, but I don't know. I don't know what the Sixers. I don't know. Let's read Francisco's East. Francisco has the Cavs at 1, the Knicks at 2. He has that at lock. It's crazy he put that one at lock. Pistons at 3. Wow, didn't see that one coming.
Oh yeah,
Hawks.
I ain't see. Oh yeah, I ain't see.
Hawks at 4, Sixers at 5, the Magic at 6. Crazy. Celtics at 7, the Bucks at 8 with Giannis. Without Giannis, I have the Raptors.
I ain't mad at his 7 and his 8. The Pistons one shocked me. Them being 3. That one shocked me. But the Sixers, I feel like everybody, down on the Sixers because of health. Literally just because of health.
No, that isn't. It's because you don't know what you're gonna get from them. You just don't.
Mm-hmm.
if they were at least a consistent, healthy team, they'd probably be at least number 2. Real talk, they'd probably be at least number 2. But let's move on. Let's move on to these free agents. Obviously, last time this was the beginning, but now we're 4 days into free agency. Let's talk about these moves. Do we like them? Do we not like them? So let's start with James Harden. He signed a 2-year, $81 million deal with the Clippers. We like it or we don't like it?
Yeah, I like it. James, we talked about it. They needed to re-sign James Harden, and run it back. And then they added Brook Lopez for their bench. Honestly, can you see them close on Brook and Zubac? You can see them close on both of them.
Maybe in situations. Maybe in situations, but that's a slow big. That's a slow.
That's a slow front court. That's a slow front court.
That's a very slow front court. But the James Harden deal, I like it. James Harden got a little low-key increase, 40-something million. He was an all-star, all-NBA last year. He deserved it. Just sold in the playoffs, but forget that part. He was still a good player all around. Like, he was a good player, so he deserved to get it. There, he has a chance to go into free agency next year again to potentially maybe get even more money. So I like it. Julius Randle, 3 years, $100 million from the Timberwolves. We like it or you don't like it?
Well, I like it because the Wolves, they couldn't let him go. They couldn't just let him walk. And then on top of that, you run your team back. You just went to the Western Conference with this team. Like you said earlier, it's another year with Julius. So it's another year for them to have a training camp together and to potentially, gel better than what they did last year. So yeah, I like it.
I like it because Julius Randle got $30 million last year, and he basically got $3 more million this year. It's a good deal. Like you said, you couldn't let him go for nothing. You traded for him for cash, so it's like you kind of had to keep him. But I like Julius Randle. He was really good for them. He was second option. Mm-hmm. He was really good. Helped them get back to the Western Conference Finals. I like it for the Timberwolves. Like, Timberwolves, they making some moves, and Julius Randle deserved the contract. Congratulations to him.
Hey, quick question. You think he could be your second or your third best player?
I think he could be my third. I'm cool with him being my third. I feel like if we had and who's a good second option? If we had Ant, Jimmy, and Julius, we cooking. Miles Turner, 4 years, $107 million from the Milwaukee Bucks. We like it or we don't like it.
Well, let me disclaim. I like it because he got paid, but I don't like it because that made no sense. The Pacers they pay it. I don't like it because he should be a Pacer right now instead of a Milwaukee Buck. But like I said, I do like it because he got his paper that he was more than deserved.
I like it. I was just shocked at the team, but I like it. Miles Turner, he got paid. He helped the Pacers get to the finals last year, had a decent playoff run outside of the finals, but that's neither here or there. He deserves to get his money. And like you said, he definitely should be a Pacer right now. He should be wearing yellow and white instead of green and white. That should not have happened. But Miles Turner, I'm glad he got paid. Like, good move by the Bucks. Naz Reid, 5 years, $125 million. Like it or we don't like it.
I low-key think it's a little bit too much for him. I ain't gonna lie. 125, I'll say he worth like 100. Maybe 115. I think 125 was a little steep, but you had to pay that for him. But I like the move because they definitely needed to keep him. They couldn't let him walk either. They needed Naz Reid. So I like it.
25 a year is a lot. That's only $2 million less. What's the difference?
That's a big deal. On the cap book, that's a big difference. That $2 extra million is a big difference. You say he getting 25 a year, right?
Yeah. And you said 115, that's only 23.
I'm cool with about 20 a year. I'm cool with about
say that. You said 20. You said 115. That's only 23. That's like $2 million difference. I mean, we talked about that like last week. We said Nas was worth probably the mid-20s. We talked about that. And he been good. We just wanted him to like go somewhere and start. And he's probably so either he's gonna stay on the bench or this is just, for when they ever trade Rudy, whenever that happens. And I'm glad he got his bread. I think his last year he was going to get $18 million if he picked up the player option. So definitely a bigger increase. I like this move a lot. Naz Reid been hooping, won $6 man a year for the Timberwolves. He deserved the bag, man. He deserved it. Nikhil Alexander Walker, 4 years, $62 million. We like it or we don't like it.
Yeah, I like it. It was a good pickup for the Hawks. They got them a backup guard now. They got them a defensive minded guard too. On top of that, who can play make. He can score a little bit. And then on top of that, Nikhil killed last year, so he deserved to get paid too. So I like that move for the Hawks.
I love this move. I honestly, when they said it, I kind of wanted him to go to the Pistons, but I'm not upset at the Hawks. I'm not upset at the Hawks. My thing is, are they going to bring him off the bench again, or does he start over Zachary? That's my only thing. I don't know what they're going to do, but overall, I do like the deal. I think it's only like 50 something a year. That's for what he got. Like Nikhil been hooping, one of the best POA defenders in the league. He deserved his bread, man. Like Nikhil, he is good, and they stole him from the Timberwolves, man. Hawks are cooking.
They couldn't pay him.
Yeah,
Timberwolves couldn't pay him.
Yeah, they couldn't pay him. If they wasn't no second neighbor, they would have paid him, but they couldn't pay him. They couldn't pay him. Dorian Finney-Smith, 4 for $53 million to the Rockets. You like it or you don't like it?
I'm confused by it because you got so many wings over there already. What do you need them for? like what do you need him for? Like I'm glad he got his paper and he got paid, but if I'm the Rockets, unless you just needed money to throw away, like what do you need him for? You already got about three, 4 other guys on the bench, forwards on the bench already.
Are we starting him?
Over what, Jabari?
Yeah. Because he's technically the Dylan Brooks now. Technically, Dorian is Dylan Brooks. Technically.
I say no because I think Jabari's taller. I think Jabari's the better shooter. And it's not like I don't think Dorian Finney-Smith defense clears Jabari's. It might be a little bit better than Jabari's, but I don't think it clears them. And if you get more offensive production with Jabari in your starting lineup than you do Dorian Finney-Smith.
I like it. They got another defensive wing. Bro, if they really want to, they could roll out a lineup with like Fred, Amin, KD, Dorian, Jabari or something. Ime Udoka has so many lineups he could choose from. He go to ultra tall line. Bro, he could throw out Amin, Dorian, Tari, Jabari. Like, he could do a whole bunch of stuff.
He could do a whole bunch of shit.
He can do a whole bunch of stuff with this team now, man. I like the move. I like it for the Rockets, man. You stole them from the Lakers. Now you guys are way better. It's just the fact that you got more defenders. Like, this is what he fits the identity of the Rockets defense. So now you added that. What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, think about you. What if it's to save KD? Like, don't get me wrong, KD is amazing, but we don't want KD playing these high minutes all season. You know what I mean? So now you got more wing defenders to put in there for KD to rest him during the regular season. That way, when the playoff come, he's fully healthy. He's fully fresh.
Well, maybe it's just that too, but maybe it's just when they have him out there, KD isn't probably your second best defender on the team.
I mean, well, yeah, that too.
Not on the team, but on the court.
That lineup.
Yes, because like take a min now and say like hypothetically if a min isn't there, and let's just say Jalen Green, KD's your best defender.
Mm-hmm.
So now you throw out a min. Dorian, another good POA, good defender. There you throw KD, who's your third best defender. That helps out a lot. Now that's not no wear and tear on KD. Now you just go out. Now his main goal is to get buckets.
Score.
That's all they need. That's all we need him to do is get buckets. So I love the move. I love the move for the Rockets.
Hey, we see a new career high.
Who?
From KD. We see a new career high from KD now. Since he ain't got to worry about defense.
What was it last time? 50 or 40 something? I think last time.
I think his career high. I want to say
it got to be 50.
50.
It got to be.
Yeah, I want to say
50 something. It's 50 something. Because I remember he did it against the Hawks. They lost that game.
Game highs. His career high is 44. 44 again, and that was in 2013.
That can't be. It can't be 44. Nah. That's his career high in points for. Bro, I swear he scored a career high against the Hawks when he was on Brooklyn. I swear I thought it was 50.
No, it's 55. 55.
I thought so. It was against the Hawks,
55.
right?
Yeah, against the Hawks 2020.
Yeah, I'm like, it can't be, bro, because he was on the Nets. I'm like, ain't no way it's 44. But Ty Jerome, 28, 3 years for 28 million. You like it or you don't like it?
Tadron, and then he went to the Grizzlies. He went
I ain't
to the
gonna lie, I don't like
Grizzlies.
it. I think he
I
got.
don't like it either.
I
think
think
he
that
got
bad
lowballed.
playoffs. I think that bad playoffs hurt him. I
Yeah.
really do.
Because he was hooping that entire last 2 years. The year before he was hooping, and then he was hooping this year.
He was really hooping this year. I think he probably should, because what's that? I'm sucking man. But that's only 9 a year. He's from how he played, he probably should at least got 15. At least.
Yeah, I was gonna say 15 to 18. Yeah.
At least 15. I think he got lowball, and I think nobody was probably offering that, and that bad playoffs hurt him because he was bad against the he really didn't do nothing, but against the Pacers, he really didn't do nothing against them. Like he was bad. So I don't like it. And then with the Grizzlies, it's like, I don't know. Like the Grizzlies, that team in general just gives me like,
they give me the Hawks now.
Oh,
they give me the Hawks. They give me mid now. Oh
wow. Well, you talked about Brook Lopez, and I like you said it earlier. You like the move. 2 years for 18 million, not a year. You know, that's pretty good. You go for a backup center. So let's just stick with the Grizz. Let's stick with their players. Santi Adama, 3 years, 52 million. We like it or we don't?
Yeah, I like it because Santi Adama was a bright spot for them last year. Santi Adama, he could hoop, he could stretch the floor, he could rebound, he could pass, he could do a little bit of everything. I like them keeping him.
Yeah, I like it too. 17 million. That's probably about right. I don't think they overpaid him. I think that's about right. Can stretch the floor, and especially when now that Jaren Jackson is out, they really gonna need him. They glad they signed him now because they would have been screwed. So this I like the move for him. Let's stick with Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson signed 5 years, 240 million. That's 48 a year. We like it or we don't.
I don't like it. I understand that's what he was worth, but I do not think that man is worth 48 million a year, bro. If anything, I give him like high 30s, maybe 40, but 48, nah, bro. That's damn near 50 mil a year. He not worth 50 mil. You tell me I gotta pay this motherfucker 50 million a year to get me 4 rebounds. What? No, how many rebounds did he get?
What, like
how many rebounds?
5 or 6?
5 rebounds, bro. I'm paying you 50 million to get me basically 20 and 5.
And he can stretch the floor and shoot the 3. And he's one of the best defenders.
Not even you giving me 22 and 5, G. And how many blocks did he give me last year?
I'd say 1.5.
He gave me 1.5, bro. So I'm not even getting the full defensive player of the year, Jaren Jackson, from you with 2 blocks or two more blocks. I'm only getting 22, 5, and 1 block, bro. No, that's not worth it, bro. That's not worth it.
But he was a defensive player of the year. Come on,
bro. How many years ago?
Was that in 23 or 2? It was in 22 or 23. He won defensive player of the year.
Yeah, the 22-2023 season. So 2 years ago.
So 23. Oh man, but I mean, look. Is he worth 48?
No.
I don't think so. I think if Jaren Jackson is probably worth, I would say 36. Maybe 38, 36, 38, something around there. Maybe not 40. 40 is like superstar. Like that's a superstar. And I think they had no choice. We talked about it like a couple weeks ago. They basically chose Jaren Jackson and Ja over Bane. And you can't have all three. So we're gonna pay Jaren Jackson $48 million a year. And then he just broke his toe.
And now he out until damn near what's it?
They say he's gonna be reevaluated in 12 weeks. So that's just reevaluated. So
August, September, October, November. That's November, G. That's November.
It's 12 weeks.
Yeah, it's November.
12. We in July? No,
that's 3. That's 3 months. So one before that. So October.
Well, we're counting July since he got it. So July, August, September. That's to be reevaluated. He probably come back sometime early in the year.
Yeah, and then probably early mid-November.
And then they lost Zach Edey to a foot injury. I think it's an ankle injury. They lost him for some months. They say he gonna miss some times. Somebody said the Grizzlies are cursed. That's what somebody they curse.
Bro, ever since Ja did that gun shit, bro, they franchise has went down, bro. Ever since that, bro. Because before they was on a come up, they was being talked about as the hottest team in the NBA, the future. They was the future of the NBA. Ja was the future of the league. All this. Then after that gun stuff, the Grizzlies has not been the same, bro. They have not.
That team it's not like an ick, but it's just I don't know, bro. That team is just I don't know. I can't explain it. Dennis Schroeder, 3 years for $45 million. We like it or we don't like it.
I like it because bro got his money, but I hate it because it should have been with the Pistons, man. Should have been with the Pistons, dog.
I don't think he's coming back. I don't think he was coming back. I don't think the Pistons were gonna give him that. For some reason, I don't think so.
And that's why he left. Yeah, that's why he left because he knew he wasn't gonna get there.
Especially you get Karis LeVert like for 2 years. Like I said, he ain't Dennis, but he's basically replacing him, which is actually a good pickup. But on the Kings, I don't know what the Kings are doing. Like I don't know. They just sign people, and then they thinking about getting Westbrook. It's like, what are we doing with this? With Westbrook, Dennis, commit. Like what is this? It's like throwing people together. Like what are we doing?
Just throwing shit together. Yeah.
Yeah.
This ain't gumbo. This ain't gumbo where you can throw a bunch of stuff together and think it's gonna turn out good.
It's a decent move though. Like I like it for the Kings. They get a point guard because you lost De'Aaron Fox. But overall, for like the Kings, it's just I don't know. But for Dennis, I like it. I think it's a good move. Karis LeVert, 2 years, $29 million. You like it or we don't?
Oh yeah, I like that. I think I've always thought Karis LeVert was decent. He was just injury prone, so he couldn't never really like show himself for real in the league. But getting him, and Duncan, Michigan guys back in Detroit, I think they're gonna have a good year. I like that pickup. I like both of those pickups actually.
I like it. I love it honestly for the Pistons. Like you get a backup point, you get another guy who can really get his own shot. Not a microwave type player, but a person that could kind of go off on the bench. That helps them. And we can stay with the Pistons too. Duncan Robinson, $48 million for 3 years. We like it or we don't like it. I like it.
I like it. They got them a shooter, and Duncan Robinson is a sharp shooter. He is a sharp shooter. My only thing is, where are we gonna find? Because don't get me wrong, a Asor needs to play. I feel like Asor needs to play during crunch time because we need that defense. And Duncan Robinson has no defense at all. But I do think Duncan Robinson needs to be out there on the court a lot because we need shooters. Jaden Ivey isn't a knockdown shooter, but he is definitely going to start next year because it's going to be what Cade, Jaden. Yeah, I think it's going to be Cade, Jaden, Asor, Tobias, and then Jalen Duran. Because they not going. They spent a lot of draft capital. Well, not spent a lot of draft capital, but they drafted Jaden Ivey with the number. What was it? 3 or 2?
Was it 4?
Or 4? One of them. He was a top 5 pick. He was a top 5 pick for sure. So they have to justify that. They have to. So I think they're gonna start. I think they're gonna start in Jaden Ivey. I've been saying they need to move the mans.
I never even thought of Duncan Robinson starting. Honestly, I thought he was just always come out the bench, and now your bench is what Karis, Duncan, Isaiah Stewart, Sasser,
Ron
Holland. Like, hey, the Pistons, they cook it too. Yeah. Now is Malik Beasley coming back? I don't know.
Bro, he messed up the whole thing, G. I guarantee you, if Malik Beasley didn't have that gambling stuff, we wouldn't even have Duncan Robinson, to be honest.
Because they would give him that same contract.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, I'm like, oh my God.
Hey, Francisco with the very first super chat. $2. Just Wimby. Shout out to Francisco with the very first super chat of the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. We love you, bro. That's why you are the number one fan of this, man. We really love you, bro. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, big dog.
Thank you so much. But yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if Jaden Ivey starts on the bench. I wouldn't be shocked. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be shocked.
So then who they gonna start then?
Duncan.
Duncan?
Yeah. You need
I
that
mean, because
shooting.
you do need that. That's why I say I don't know what that closing lineup's gonna look like because now Jaden Ivey's back. Like he needs the ball in his hand. That's why I said they should have flipped him. They probably might flip him by trade deadline though.
Man, Duncan Robinson left he left $20 million on the table to get 16 from the Pistons on a longer term deal. What that say, man? He left that Miami Heat culture, man.
He knew he wasn't gonna get paid again if he would have stayed on that if he would have stayed on that shit.
Well, Bobby Portis resigned for 3 years, $44 million. We like it or we don't.
I like it. I mess with Bobby. I think they couldn't let Bobby go because if they did, Giannis really wasn't gonna be happy. So yeah, I like it for Bobby. Bobby got paid.
I like it. I like it. You had to. He's one of your best players, your best bench player. You had to resign Bobby. You had no choice. So I like it. Clint Capella, 3 years, $21 million. We like it or we don't like it.
I don't like it, bro. I do not like it, bro. They didn't need him. What was the whole point of even signing him? You already got Adams. You already got Sengun. You already got who else? What other big they got on they roster? They got another big on their roster.
Technically, Jabari, I guess. Technically.
Is Landale?
Oh, Jock Landale. He is, but
yeah,
I think they're
bro.
gonna waive him. I think they're gonna waive him.
Like, bro, they did not need him at all, bro. They didn't need him. I don't know if it's just for insurance purposes, but they didn't need him.
You know, I saw it and I was like, wow, the Rockets got Clint Capella, they're cooking. And then I was like, wait a minute. I forgot Steven Adams was on the team. Like when I saw them sign, I forgot. I was like, wait a minute. Why are we signing him?
They just re-signed him.
Yeah. Like, I guess this is just for insurance. It has to be. Or y'all just being petty. It's just like in fantasy, you just picking up a player just because.
So why nobody else get him?
Yeah.
Because he probably was going to fuck around, either go to the Lakers or probably the Warriors. And they was like, you know what? Nah, come back over here. Come back to Houston. We know you love Houston and KD here now. Come on now. Come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot, but I mean, for the Rockets, I don't like it. But for him, it's okay. It's okay, but for overall, I ain't messing with him.
How old is Clint?
I think Clint like super old, but he up there.
He is 31.
Man, that's pretty young still.
And then he just signed a 2-year deal, right? I wanted to figure out a player option. 3 year. Do we got a player option at the end?
I don't know. Gotta check that out.
I wonder if it do, because if it do, he low key saving himself years in the NBA. Because now I'm 2 years on the team where I don't even have to really start or really play like that. So I'm gonna be healthy. And then by the time this contract end up in the next 2 years, I could probably go somewhere else at 33, 34 years old and still get a contract.
Let me see.
They probably ain't got the full contract details out yet.
They might. They be thirsty. Let me see. We got our first pay on YouTube. Look at that, $2. I'll take it.
Shout out to Francisco. Appreciate you, big dog.
All right, when this load up, I'll say it.
Even though you a Pacers fan.
Hey man, Luke Cornett, 4 years, $41 million. We like it or we don't like it.
Oh yeah, I love it for the Spurs. Get Wemby a backup big, and then Luke Cornett's a really good backup big. Yeah, I like it for them.
I love it. They finally got a backup big. I don't know how they stole it from the what's-a-majiggers from the Celtics, but they got a backup big. Hey, Spurs, they ain't cooking. They just made a really good move. And like you said, they got to make some more. But so far, I like what they doing. I like the Luke Cornett move. I didn't know if Luke Cornett was going to damn near get $11 million on the open market. I ain't going to lie. I thought he could probably get like 6, 7. He got double digits. I like the move. No, they don't got it. I don't know. But D'Angelo Russell's 2 years for $13 million with the Mavs. We like it or we don't like it.
I mean, I fuck with Kyrie, but I don't think that we needed D'Lo. I would have rather have Chris Paul than D'Angelo Russell. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, I know we need a backup because of Kyrie, but even when Kyrie comes back, I'm not rocking with this D'Angelo Russell. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not rocking with it.
I think it's okay. They got a point guard to stay afloat until Kyrie ever comes back. That's all you needed. I definitely rather would have had Chris Paul, but Chris Paul already made up his mind. He wants to go to the Suns or the Clippers. But D'Lo to the Mavericks, I'm cool with it. I like it. You know, another scoring type guard. It's gonna be probably more of a facilitator now with all those players, but it's a decent move, especially for the price. What's that, like 7-something a year? So it's not bad. And I think it's a player option the last year. So it's good. If he's bad, he can just pick it up. If he's good, he probably cash in. It's a good move. It's a good move by the Mavericks. Well, let's wait for that. Bruce Brown signs 1-year deal, $2.3 million with the Nuggets. Like it or hate it?
I love it. I love it. I've been praying and wishing and praising for Bruce Brown to come back to the Nuggets because this is what they was missing. He shouldn't have left, but he left because he wanted a payday. But I love it for them. They get a key piece to their championship team that they won their first championship with. So they get him back, and now you're pairing them with Aaron Gordon and Christian Braun and, you know, everybody else. I think that's going to fit really well for the Nuggets, and it's really going to – and Cam Johnson, I think it's going to help really – it's going to help really well for
them. Bruce Brown, I love it. They got him. He's probably the best bench player they had since he left. Low key. Mm-hmm. He can rebound good for his size, can facilitate to an extent. He's basically he's like the Aldi version of Josh Hart. Low key. It's like the Aldi version of him. He's a really good player, and that's what they was missing, a kind of a do-it-all type player. And that's what they got back on this team. So I like it for Bruce Brown. Luke Kennard, 1 year, $11 million to the Hawks. Love it or hate it?
I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't say I love it or I like it. It's okay. They get another shooter to pair along with Trae Young, but I think they could have got that anywhere. Luke Kennard he don't play no D. I don't remember last time I seen Luke Kennard on the court, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But the Grizzlies.
When did he
this
play?
Past year?
He played?
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. I have not seen that man on the court in I don't know how long.
Yeah, he played.
That man averaged 8 points this year. Get the fuck out of here. He played 22 minutes. It do not seem like it, bro. Every time I see Luke, I barely see Luke Kennard out there. I mean, I guess it's okay. You got you another shooter.
Man, put some respect on Luke Kennard's name. Out here, petty. You petty, brother. But no, let's move on. Jakob Poeltl resigns 4 years, $104 million. I don't like it.
For the Raptors?
Yeah, that's an expensive roster to probably most likely be mid. Scotty's on the max. You just signed Hurdle to his big contract. Quickly is getting paid 30-something million. Brandon Ingram is getting paid 30-something million. That's a lot. That starting five is very expensive.
Contract? Which one?
I think it's RJ. I think RJ isn't, but I think he has like 2 years left.
And then Polo don't fit the timeline. They are younger than 25. I think Polo was like 26, 27.
Should have drafted Malawatch, man.
Yeah.
Man, they sold on that. I just like I like it for him. He gets a raise, he gets a payday. It's just that roster is very expensive now.
Yeah, so like you said, that's the reason why I don't like it, because not that you overpay for him, because he's worth that money. Don't get me wrong, but he's worth that. Polo's worth that.
It's good.
It's like you said, they that's an expensive roster for y'all not to go anywhere for real.
Jordan Clarkson, I don't know the details, but he just signs a 1-year deal with the Knicks. Love it or hate it?
I like it. We talked about how the Knicks needed more scoring when Jalen Brunson wasn't scoring. Him and Cat wasn't scoring. They was getting inconsistency scoring from all over the place. And now you got Jordan Clarkson, who's a microwave who can get going at any given time. I think that's a big help for them.
Always good to hear you guys. Gotta go. See you, Francisco. Thank you
All
again,
right,
brother.
bro.
You know, you're always welcome, brother. You're always welcome. I love it. I like it. They get a bench. They get another scoring type guard. We gonna see Jordan Clarkson with 20 plus minutes. Watch. Mike Brown ain't gonna do that.
No, yeah, Mike
Hey,
Brown plays his bench, bro. He plays his bench.
hey, we ain't gonna see 40 plus minutes of Jalen Brunson. Hey, this is gonna be. Hey, this can help them, but I like the move. I like it. They just get another scoring outside the bench, and then if Jalen Brunson, knock on wood, gets hurt, Jordan Clarkson can step in for a little while and put up some good points for them. He can score 20, so this is a good move. Kevon Looney, 2 years, $60 million to the Pelicans. Man, the Pelicans, some dudes, bro. Them dudes.
I don't get it because you already got Derek Queen, and then you got Messi, and then don't they got Daniel Tice still?
No, he gone.
He gone. I mean, unless Kevin Looney is there to help with Derek Queen, and you bring Derek Queen along slowly, or he's just an insurance piece. But I don't get why they signed him. I don't really like it, to be honest.
I don't get it. What are they doing? What are the Pelicans doing, bro? I'm dead serious. What are they doing? I truly don't know. Like they're kind of what was the team we were just talking? The Kings. They all over the place. Like they just all over the place. And real quick about the Pelicans, somebody said this, Joel Moran, shout out to him. He said the Pelicans are such in a weird spot. That's why the team be looking so weird because Zion is just so great. It's like you gotta get these players for him. But the thing is, he gets so healthy, they can't even really commit to like these players for him. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if he was healthy, they probably go all in. But at the same time, we really can't because we kind of need to keep Trey and Hurd because you stay hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just so weird. It's weird with this team. But Kevon Looney, I don't like it. I don't know why the Pelicans signed this dude. I'm glad he got some money, but I just don't know what the Pelicans like. So what is Kevon Looney gonna be the legit backup? Probably because I think Messi starts the year at least. I think he starts. So what? What does that mean for Derek? Well, what y'all gonna run a Kevon, Derek Queen back 4 and 5 lineup out there when the backups in? I don't know.
I mean, because Derek Queen is like, I think they say he's 6'9", 6'10", 6'10" with shoes. So it's like he can technically play the 4 or whatever like that, but he's not really. He's mobile, but like he's not your typical 4-man in the NBA. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's really a 5-man or whatever like that. So that's the only other thing I can think of if you run both of them out there. But that's nasty work.
Somebody said they got the nastiest front court in the NBA. Hey, they're not lying. DeAndre Ayton signs 2 years, $60 million with the Lakers. Love it or hate it?
I love it. Yep, love it. We needed us a big. We went and got us a big. Now, hopefully, we can go get us some bench players and fill out this roster. Because all we was missing last year was a big.
I love it. I love it because the Lakers got a center. DeAndre Ayton is a good post player. Can hit the mid-range shot. And he's still a good double-double. Now, is he a 20 and 15? No, but he still can get you a double-double. And playing with Luke and LeBron is going to make it so much easier and better for him. It could probably unlock them. I like this move for them. And plus, outside of really all the centers that were on the market, he is the best center. Like, he is the best one. So, I like this move for the Lakers. Like, this was a really good move. And honestly, they had no choice because if they didn't get DeAndre Ayton, I don't know what they was going to do if we being honest. I don't know. So, this is a great move for the give me DeAndre. Nothing against Al Horford, but give me DeAndre. Give me DeAndre. Tim Hardaway, 1 year, $2.3 million with the Nuggets. Like it or hate it?
I like it. Like I said, the Nuggets, they need. We've been saying it for the longest. They needed a backup big. They got that. They needed some more wing guys. They got that. They felt their needs. I like it for them.
I like it. Got a 3-point shooter, catch and shoot. That's what you need. And playing with Jokic, Jokic gonna find you in that corner, and Tim Hardaway does that. That's what they need. So I like it. So let's talk about these trades. Cam Johnson was traded to the Denver Nuggets for Michael Porter Jr. and I think a first-round pick. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I don't know how they did it, but this is a steal. Michael Porter probably is the better player, but Cam Johnson is basically the same player as him, and he's way cheaper. Bro,
Yep.
Michael Porter was going to get 38 this year, but Cam is getting 21. So it's like you saving like almost $18 million. Like this was a steal. The only thing is you're going to miss some rebounding from Michael Porter Jr., but you're gaining defense with Cam Johnson. I love this move for the Nuggets. I don't know how they did it, but I love it. This is how they get back to being
Title contenders.
And you basically said dynasty. This was a great move by the Nuggets. Great move.
No, yeah, this was a great move. I think that he fits that team better than Michael Porter does because it was a lot of times Michael Porter took tough shots. It was a lot of times Michael Porter wasn't cutting. Not to say he's a bad player or anything like that. It's just that I think Cam Johnson's fit is better than his fit was. And then, like you said, they gained defense on top of that. And Michael Porter, we know that his strong suit was only offense and barely any defense. And then like the rebound, I'm not really worried about the rebound. And we got Jokic, bro. Jokic can go out there and get us 20 boards, bro. Like I ain't really. Then we got Aaron Gordon. Like I'm not really worried about that. But I love it for them. I love
I love this move, man. And then they also traded Dario Saric for Valanciunas. Love it or hate it, man. I love it.
I love it. that was a steal too. You basically just got a decent backup big for nothing. Don't get me wrong, Dario Saric, he ain't nothing, but you know what I mean. Like you barely have to give up anything to get a decent backup big. And if we being honest, I'm not saying that Valanciunas is Nikola Jokic, but he has some traits that Nikola Jokic has. He can pass a little bit. He can rebound. He can score with his back to the basket. You know what I mean? He's just slow. But Jokic is slow too, though. So it's like,
I think the thing is when Jokic comes out, we just need you to play probably close to when he comes out the game. Probably give us a good 10 to 15 minutes and just be serviceable.
Minutes.
That's all we need. And Valanciunas, he ain't like this rim protector. We know that, but he's slow-footed. But he's a big body. He can score. Can give you some couple of boards. That's all they need from him. Be serviceable. Because having DeAndre Jordan out there is not it. I think DeAndre Jordan is at the James Johnson stage. I hope they resign him back just for be James Johnson, be on the bench and talk to young guys and just be that cheerleader technically. But Valanciunas is a way better upgrade. But I don't think DeAndre Jordan coming back because now they got DeRon Holmes coming back too. So they probably not going to resign him. But it was a great move by them. SGA signs a 4-year, $285 million contract worth $71 million a year. The SGA deserved the contract.
Hey, was that the full max?
This what he could have. Well, for this year, yes. If he would have waited next year, he could have got $380 for 5.
Okay, well, yeah, I love it because I'm glad he did that. Because remember earlier, what was it last part of the pod before we were talking about Shea willing to take a pay cut? This was low key, even though it's technically not a pay cut. It doesn't look like a pay cut. This was a pay cut because he could have got over $300 million and he decided to take $30 million less for his guys so they can get paid. I like it. I like it because not only does he get paid, he gets his money, but he also can help his teammates get paid and set the franchise up for the future.
I love it because, like you said, it helps them. He, like you say, basically took a pay cut, so now everybody else can get paid. He's good. He don't need to get. I mean, sure, you already getting 71 a year, so you already rich no matter what. But he didn't need to get because I think when I did it, I think it was like close to 80 something a year. Man, he didn't need all that, man. Go out here, but try to become a dynasty, win more championships. This is what you need to do. This is what superstars. I wish LeBron would have did it, but that's neither here nor there. But this is what you guys need to do. Take pay cuts. If you want to keep this team afloat and be one of the best teams ever, this is how it works, man. So I like it. I like it for Shea. Congratulations to him, man. You deserve the contract. MVP, Finals MVP, Western Conference MVP. Deserves all of it. He was amazing this year. So I'm glad he got it. All right, we got 3 players. Let's see where they should go. And we go on to our winners and losers. Then we're done. Chris Paul. He's thinking about either signing with the Clippers or the Suns, but he also, I just saw a report from Bleacher Report, he's also thinking about the Bucks. What's the best fit for Chris Paul?
You said the Bucks, the Suns, I think the Bucks and the
worst.
Clippers?
Yes, the Bucks, low-key, they need a point guard. they need another point guard on that team. Well, they just need a point guard in general.
Yeah, they just need a point guard
If
in
Chris
general.
Paul in there, he gets everybody involved, makes Giannis life easier, doesn't have to facilitate a lot because he's gonna get him and get Giannis in open shots, and Giannis can back down. He don't got a post game, but Giannis go back down. I think Chris Paul and the Bucks isn't bad. I think it's actually pretty good.
He wanted to start. He said he wanted to start. If he goes to the Bucks, he's starting for sure.
If he goes to the Suns or the Clippers, he ain't starting.
He's not starting. So yeah, I mean, based on what Chris Paul said and what he wants to do, and then the Bucks would be the best choice because he gets to start. He gets to play with Giannis. I still don't think that's a championship contending team, but with Chris Paul, you never know what they can do. Because Chris Paul uplifts every team that he goes to every single year. So yeah, I mean, the Bucks makes the most sense.
What about either the Clippers or the Suns? Because remember, he wants to stay close to home.
He wants to stay close to LA. I would, if anything, I'll go to the Lakers before I go to the Clippers. Unless you think the Clippers got a better chance.
On paper, they kind of do. On paper. Because he's not starting. He's not starting with the Clippers. It's not going to happen. And then I thought him and James Harden had beef.
Who, Chris Paul?
Chris Paul, I thought they had beef.
I don't think they got no real beef. But if he goes to the Clippers, he got a better chance to start closing the lineups than he do with the Lakers because Chris Paul, Luka, LeBron closing lineup is kind of nasty versus a Kawhi, James, and Chris Paul. I like that better than with the Lakers.
Hey, look, I've said a lot of teams are cooking. After the draft, the Suns are cooking. Chris Paul on the Suns ain't the worst either. I wouldn't mind it.
So you're going to start Chris Paul, Jalen?
You're not starting him. No, Chris Paul isn't starting. No, you're not starting. I don't think Chris Paul starts. I think he comes off the bench because I don't even know I don't even think they have a backup point guard. I don't even think they have that.
Who is their point guard?
It's probably going to be
nobody.
It's probably going to be Devin Booker again. Like, that's probably what's going to happen. It's probably going to be Devin Booker again. But, I mean, the Bucks isn't the worst. It's not a championship team, like you said, but Chris Paul and the Bucks isn't the worst. And the Suns, I don't hate it. And the Clippers, that's your best chance of probably winning. The Lakers,
yeah.
I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know what Rob going to do. Al Horford. Teams that was interested was the Lakers, the Warriors, and still interested in the Celtics. What's the best fit for Al Horford?
I think the best fit will probably be that Warriors team. He's a stretch big. He could still play D. He can still move his feet a little bit. But me personally though, I would like to see him on the Lakers. That can be their backup big. And then not only that, you can low-key close with him as well. Because he can pop, he can stretch. And then you can have the big lineup of Luka, Bron, Al Horford, Ayton, and then Austin Reeves. So I wouldn't be mad at the Lakers either, but I think the best fit is the Warriors.
Al Horford still is a good defensive player at his age. He's still pretty decent as a defensive player. No, I think the Warriors actually the best fit, the defense, the pick and pop from the three. That's what they really missing. Just a big man in general. Like, I think Al Horford on the Warriors, man, that's an old ass team if you think about it. That's an old team. That's an old team. That's a real old team. But I do think him on the Warriors is actually a good fit. The Lakers, I'm not upset at it if he goes to the Lakers. Man, if we get Al Horford, man, we really cooking. But the Celtics, Celtics, you've been there for a lot of your career. I wouldn't mind it, but it's like y'all gonna be bad. So, I mean,
ain't no point.
Yeah,
I think he's still trying to win.
Yeah, but then once Jason Tatum comes back, then you could come back to the Celtics. All right, the last person, Bradley Beal. If he gets balled out, what is the best fit for him? I saw that they said the Warriors, the Lakers, and some other team. I forgot. It was another team.
Yeah, I could see the Lakers, but we all, we've been saying the Heat for the longest. That's the only other team that I think that either him or the Lakers could really accept him. What other team will even want him? And on top of that, it has to be a contender team because that's the team that he wants to go to. So it's like I'm the only other team, the only two teams I can see.
Is Bradley Beal really a bad player, or is it just the contract that makes it seem like he's a
It's the
bad player?
contract, bro. It's the I don't think anyone thinks he's a bad player. I think it's that contract and the fact that he's not willing to waive that no trade clause. That's the only two things I can think of. Because he's not bad.
It's not bad. But getting paid $50 million. Now Bradley Beal is getting paid probably like $50 million. Then it's like, okay, that ain't the worst. Let's see. It says Warriors, Bucks, and Lakers are interested.
Bucks.
Would be interested in Bradley Beal if he's.
If I'm him, I go to the Bucks. I go to the Bucks. I think he'll pair better with Giannis. I think he'll pair better with Giannis than Dame did.
You think he want to go to Milwaukee?
Would he want to go there? No. but if he want a chance to still compete and still hoop like he know he can hoop and still try to, like I said, compete for a chip, the Bucks or the Lakers or the Heat, them three teams, I like for him.
I like it for the Lakers. I kind of do like it for the Lakers. Well, no, now that I think about it. Ugh. Do you know what? Actually, if Bradley Beal is cool with coming off the bench, I love it for the Lakers. I love it. But if he ain't cool with it, I don't think so. Because I forgot about Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is probably better than him right now. So I'd probably say the Bucks. Miles, Giannis, and Bradley. Hey, Milwaukee is like, hey, we doing something, Giannis. We doing something. But I say the Bucks, Lakers, the Warriors. I don't know about the Warriors. I don't know about that. No, it wouldn't be worse. It wouldn't be bad, but no.
It wouldn't be bad, no.
All right, let's move on to the final thing. Our winners and losers of free agency so far. Let's start with the winners, man. Let's start with the winners. Who's your first winner?
Oh, my boys, my Detroit Pistons. They're winners, obviously. Like I said, they got Duncan, they got Karras. Like I've been saying all pod, they both played at Michigan. They're coming back home. They're gonna be excited. They're gonna have their fan bases there. And I think it's just gonna pour more energy into the Detroit Pistons.
I did have the Pistons, man. The Pistons are definitely winners, man. Getting Karras, getting Duncan Robinson. Now, maybe if Malik Beasley get his act together, they might get him back. And then if that happens, oh, you're really cooking, Detroit. You're really cooking. But just getting them guys, you get a shooter, get another ball handler, just making up that bench because you lost Tim Hardaway and probably Malik Beasley. They're really good. K go take the next step. They are definitely a winner. The Pistons are definitely a winner. MCTV, the Bucks. Thumbs up.
I think it's in for was it for Bradley Beal probably?
Oh, for Bradley Beal. Oh, that's cool. That's good. That's cool. I say another winner. The Hawks. Obviously, you traded for Porzingis, signed to kill Alexander Walker, another POA player that could either start or come off the bench for you, and signing Luke Kennard, another 3-point shooter to pair with Trae Young. I think these moves have definitely put the Hawks up into top 4 in the Eastern Conference, something I probably wouldn't have said a month ago. But with these moves they've done, this is definitely a winner of free agency. The Atlanta Hawks, man, they have been making moves. They are cooking.
Then I got the Cavs as winners. You got Lonzo, you got Larry Nance. We didn't even talk about Larry Nance, but they got Larry Nance now. Larry Nance is a great backup big, defense. He can stretch the floor, hit corner threes, high energy guy. So I think them getting Lonzo and Larry Nance, it boosts their bench. I think that was a really good they were really good pickups for them.
Real quick, the Cavs low key got their bench is long. They got Lonzo, DeAndre Hunter, Larry Nance now. Sam Merrill's
I think Hunter probably
start.
Hunter probably
Max Strus.
You don't think they start him over Max Strus?
He brings the shooting. You need that shooting. You need it. But remember we talked about it like in a year. We thought DeAndre Hunter was gonna start, and then he did start. Then they eventually put him back in the bench because that's what he's been doing all year, and he was really good on the bench. So I think he continues to come off the bench. Max Strus, still a good player, but that's a really good bench for the Cavs. Like, just getting Lonzo for Isaiah Coro straight up is crazy. That is crazy. Real quick, since we on the Cavs, what is your thoughts on that deal? What was your thoughts when you saw it?
I'm not saying. I'm like, bro, like the whole thing of they didn't get a first round pick for Jimmy, Alex Caruso, nobody that they traded, they got a first
Zach
round pick for.
LaVine, DeMar
And they said they could have got
DeRozan.
a first round pick for Lonzo last year when they could have traded him, bro. Why I would have done that. I would have done it.
For Isaiah Coro straight up. You basically got Patrick Williams again.
Yeah.
For what?
Exactly what they got.
Bro, I talked about, I was like, they signed Lonzo because you can trade him for $10 million because no one's going to trade for Lonzo for $20 million. It wasn't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, Lonzo is a good player. You see what he does after a year. And after the year of playing, he was decent. Lonzo was pretty decent.
No, yeah, Lonzo was decent.
He showed like, hey, I can still play even though I missed basically 3 years. Like, he was decent. And this is what you give up for him? It's just like, at some point, you can't really be shocked. Like, you just can't. You really can't be shocked. Because it's the Bulls. They're not a good team. And then all they done in free agency was re-sign Trey Jones. I mean, come on.
We already got 16 million guards on our damn team already. What you re-sign him for?
Oh man. But another winner I got, the Knicks. The Knicks made that bench pretty good with Jordan Clarkson, Yabusele. I thought the Yabusele pickup was pretty good, getting him for $6 million a year. Thought that was really good. He's gonna definitely help them. If Cat comes out the game, Yabusele could definitely give him some spot minutes, probably 15, maybe close to 20 minutes. He's really good. So the Knicks just reinsuring the bench, knowing they're most likely to play their bench a lot this year, definitely helps them. So yeah, I got the Knicks as a winner.
Another winner I got, Dame. Dame is a big winner of this of this offseason. He got waived. He get to sit at the crib, chill with his kids. He probably is gonna miss all of next year, to be honest with you. Yeah, sit at home, chill with his crib, get some rehab in, get his mind right, get back healthy. And then he can go pick whatever team that he wants after that. So I think Dame is a big winner.
He getting paid $22 million to do nothing. 22. That's the life. That's
him and Chandler Parsons.
I don't even think Chandler Parsons was getting 22 a year to do nothing. Another team, I only got 2 more, but we probably got them. The Denver Nuggets, man. The Denver Nuggets have been cooking. Getting Jonas Valanciunas to trade, signing Bruce Brown and Tim Hardaway, and trading for Cam Johnson was probably one of the biggest moves I've seen in a minute, especially by the Nuggets. This was a great move. You get the same player on a cheaper deal. Like, this was amazing for the Nuggets. The Nuggets have put themselves back in top 2, possibly in the Western Conference, or at least top 3. These were game-changing moves by the Nuggets by getting shooters around Jokic, getting just a bench. Because last year he didn't have a bench. Now this year he got a bench. And it's going to help. It's going to help them. We probably could see the Nuggets back in the WCF with these moves. So the Nuggets are definitely a winner in free agency.
My last winner that I got the Lakers. You got our big in Ayton. And that's what we've been missing. That's what we were missing last year. Even though they still need to make some moves, this was their winners because they finally got what they needed, a big.
You don't got the Rockets as a winner?
I mean, I thought you was
traded for Kevin. Traded for Kevin Durant.
I mean, yeah, they own him, but I thought you was gonna say him. So,
well, that was gonna be the next thing. I had 2 more.
Yeah.
So you had the Nuggets too, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Rockets are a winner. Signing DFS, getting Clint Capella, trading for Kevin Durant. The Rockets are easily a winner, and they're probably not done making more moves. Hey, somebody said they could see Dame going to the Rockets low-key later in the year. Remember, he can choose where he want to go.
Yeah, but ain't Fred on the Fred on a 2-year with a player option, right?
I think so. But the Rockets, you got the one of the best scorers ever. Got another backup big man. Got a POA and Dorian Finney-Smith, a 3-and-D guy. This is what the Rockets needed, man. They got everything you need, and they are definitely winners of free agency. Now let's go to the losers. Losers. I'll start since you started last time. The losers I got, the Boston Celtics. Losing Luke Cornett, possibly losing Al Horford, trading away Drew Holiday and Porzingis. I know it was salary dumps, but now you technically don't have a team. And now this team is looking very weak. Now, maybe that is the goal for this team to be bad so you can get a top pick. And if that's the goal, hey, you're doing a good job, Brad Stevens. But roster-wise, y'all ain't done nothing. I think the best thing they done is sign Luke Garza. Oh, wow. Luka Garza. Wow. Okay. But the Celtics right now are definitely a loser in free agency.
My first thing I'm sorry, the Charlotte Hornets, bro.
Oh, let's get into it.
Bro, what the hell are y'all, bro? They had me at first. That's why I say I was so iffy about them. That's why, like, on my thing, I had them as part winners / losers. Because you got Colin Sexton. You needed a backup. You needed a backup point. That was really good for y'all. I like that move. Then you re-signed Trey Mann. I like that move because Trey Mann, he's a big guard. He could score. He's a scorer. He played really well for y'all. Then you go fucking get Spencer Dinwiddie. What are we doing, dog? Spencer Dinwiddie, the nigga that wanted his whole contract in crypto? Like, come on, dog. Like, and then you have no bigs. You go out there and get Mason Plumlee. Yeah, okay, that's cool. He's a serviceable big. But you have literally, I think he's literally like their only big on the roster besides what's other bro name?
Ryan
That start with
Kerrigan.
D.
I know who you're talking about. I know. That's close enough, but I know exactly who you're talking about. I know
like,
exactly
bro, what are we doing out here, bro? Y'all did good by retooling y'all roster. You got Knipple, you got Liam McNeely to pair with Brandon Miller, Miles, LaMelo. So y'all doing well, and then you don't even go get the one important position that y'all need. Y'all don't even go get. Granted, free agency isn't over with, but what good bigs are left? Unless you go trade for Walker Kessler, because they want 2 firsts for Walker Kessler. That's the only other thing I can think of. That's literally because other than that, bro, you got like 5 guards on your team. You still got Nick Smith Jr. You got Trey Mann now. You got Spencer. You got Colin. You got LaMelo. Bro, that's 5 guards. I'm probably missing somebody if we being honest. Josh Green.
Pat Connaughton, they just traded for some apparent reason.
What do you need all these guards for?
And KJ Simpson.
What are y'all doing? That's like 8 guards. It's a roster of 15, and you got 8 guards. Half your team is fucking guards. What are we doing?
And they drafted Sion James from Duke.
9 guards, bro. 9 out of 15 players on your damn roster are guards. That makes no sense, dog. They pissed me off, dog.
The Spencer Dinwiddie one was kind of a head scratcher. I was like, why is he going there? For what?
For what? There's no point there.
Especially after Colin Sexton. Like, I was very shocked.
Yeah, bro, that shit is retarded. They were cooking that, bro. I'm promising they was cooking that first, bro. I said, okay, Colin Sexton, you re-signed Trey Mann. Okay, now go get you a big. No. Breaking news. Charlotte Hornets are signed Spencer Dinwiddie. This nigga still look like he in roll bounce. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, this nigga up out of here, man. What are y'all doing? Oh,
my God, bro. Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie was. I don't know, bro. I tell you, man, with the Hornets, bro, it's like, I want to like the Hornets, but it's like, they so unserious.
Yeah, bro.
They so unserious. Like, I can't, like, I don't know, man. Like, they do good stuff, but then it's just like, you scratch your head. Like, why? For what?
And then it's like, you can't.
Even the Nurkic, even like, Colin Sexton is a good player, but even when they just traded Nurkic, knowing you have no big, that was low-key kind of a head scratcher. Because it's like, at this point, you really don't have a big. So it's like, what are you doing? And then, like you said, what's his name? Masuda Diabate. Bro, he's only 6'9". It's like, what are we doing? And he's probably, like you said, Ryan Carabin, Diabate probably plays backup. So they probably start Mason Plumlee, which Mason Plumlee is not starting caliber. It's just not.
No, he's not. He's not.
He's just not.
And then, like
Mason Plumlee already. So it's like, why? What are we bringing him back for?
And then, bro, it's like I don't know what else they gonna do now because you can't go back to the Jazz and trade for Walker Kessler now because you already traded for Colin Sexton. So, and I'm pretty sure y'all got 2 firsts to give them, but y'all can't even give them nothing now because you already got Colin Sexton from them. They're not gonna come back and trade with y'all again. And other than that, what other bid can y'all go out there and go get now? There's literally no other bid for y'all to go out there and go get. What, Nick Richards probably? But you already had him. So what's the whole point of going to go get him back?
Jackson Hayes.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What? There's literally no other bid for them to go get, G.
Jackson Hayes.
And y'all, Jackson, come on, dog.
That's what you're saying.
Come on,
you
dog. We need a starter. We need a starting level bid.
Oh, there's probably none of that. There's probably none of that.
There's nothing like that out there, bro. And then you rebuilt your team to where your team can compete now, but now you don't have a bid. That's why the Mark Williams trade didn't make no sense to me either. Because you literally could have kept him, flipped Nurkic, and still got Colin Sexton.
Mark Williams was probably done with them after they tried to trade him to the Lakers. He probably was done with them.
But still, though, bro, you could have made up. They could have made up for that, bro. They could have made up for that.
Some players keep that beef, bro. They keep that beef.
Bro,
yeah.
The Hornets piss me off, bro. They're losers, bro. They're losers.
Yeah, the Hornets are just. I can't take them serious, bro. I'm sorry.
Fucking
I can't.
idiots.
I can't take them serious. But another loser I got, the Pelicans. The Pelicans are losing because you signed Kevon Looney, you traded away a first-round pick. Then now that I look at that first-round pick, now the Hawks got probably the best pick possible because that pick can go to is either the Bucks or the Pelicans pick now. So who's ever the worst, which could possibly be, the Hawks could get the number 1 overall pick technically. And you just gave that away for Derek Queen.
Oh my God. Imagine Trae Young and AJ DeBenza, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
And if the Pelicans aren't good, if they're the worst than the Bucks, they go take the Pelicans pick. If the Bucks are worse than the Pelicans, they go take their pick. And you trade that for Derek Queen. I thought that was an L. Signing Kevon Looney, I thought that was an L. Jordan Poole for CJ really isn't an L, but it's like
you already got
you already had DeJounte, then you draft Jeremiah Fears. It's like, and then y'all technically haven't done anything. Like y'all got, like I said, this roster is just so weird. It's so weird because Zion is always hurt, but the Pelicans are definitely a loser in my eyes.
Another loser that I got, the Chicago motherfucking Bulls.
Oh wow,
bro!
Say Chicago Bulls real quick when I upload.
Chicago Bulls, bro. What are we doing here, bro? You trade away Zach, Jimmy, DeMar, Lonzo, Alex Caruso. I think I already said his name already. And you don't get now 1 first pick from none of them. When teams were offering first-round picks for them, you don't get nothing back. Then you give up Lonzo for Isaac Okoro. Bro, the man can't shoot to save his damn life.
Oh, man.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Literally, what are we doing? We are laughing stock of the damn league. You could at least get a first-round draft pick back. We still ask, and now we can go draft some good players. We can't even draft no good players now. We only got, 1 first-round pick next year?
Yeah, I think so.
We could have had 2 or 3 or however many by now. And you guys ain't doing nothing, dog. Y'all would rather pay Patrick Williams, a nigga with neck braid. The nigga look like Norbit. And you gonna pay a nigga that look like Norbit then to send Lonzo and get a first round? Come on, dog. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, you ever look at the roster and be like, this roster is bad?
Hell no, look at the roster. No, I don't even want to look at the roster. That's just so bad.
I be looking like, first name that comes to mind, Dylan Terry. It's just like, I don't know, bro. Then we go Isaiah Coro. We got EJ Liddell. Good player at Ohio State. I give him that. He's a good player at Ohio State. We re-signed Trey Jones. Gave Trey Jones like $24 million. You know, I don't know. That's the Bulls. We got Kevin Huerter. We got Taylor Horton Tucker still in the scene. They probably go trade Ayo and Javon Carter. That's a lot of guards on this team.
A bunch of G League niggas.
A lot of guards.
We are a professional NBA basketball team, but nothing but G League niggas on our team. Besides Montes and Ayo. and Kobe.
I like them.
Other than that, what the hell are we working with?
You think they trade Io?
Yeah. But guess what they're gonna get back for him? Nothing. Nothing.
What's with the Bulls?
A bag of hot crunchy curls.
I think Kenny Beecham, he said it the best. He said the Bulls just don't value draft picks like how other teams do. They don't value it well because there's no way you trade all these people just to not get nothing back. Like you telling me Zach LaVine, I know Zach LaVine contract is crazy, but you telling me you can't get a first round pick for Zach LaVine? Like, come on, let's be serious. Like, let's be serious. The same with DeMar. Like, these are all good players. These are all good players. No one is bad, and we can't get not one.
Bro, they wanted Lonzo. They was gonna give a first round pick for Lonzo, and Lonzo was hurt. That's the ultimate finesse right there. This nigga ain't played in 3 years, and you still want to first. Here you go.
They said it was a first round pick, and it was Lonzo for first round pick, but they had to take Marcus Smart back, and they said no. I would have did it.
I would have done it. Because you probably could have bought. I don't even know how much Marcus Smart was making at that time, but you probably could have bought his contract out.
I would have did it,
and you still would have left with something. You guys are leaving with nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, man. The Bulls, they're not on here, but I mean, the Bulls are always a loser. So it's like, what's the point of putting them on the list,
bro? How are we a finesse city and we get finessed?
Another loser. I don't know. I kind of want to do this team with you. I really don't know. Are the Bucks a loser? I put maybe next to them.
I got them as losers.
Okay, because I technically don't know if they are a loser, even though they sign players. But I don't know if they are a loser. So I was gonna ask, like, are they a loser?
Yeah, I got them as losers.
Yeah, because signing all those players back is just not good enough. Basically, letting Dame go, basically paying $50 million for Miles Turner is actually kind of crazy. The Bucks are definitely a loser in this situation. They have done nothing to basically say, "Hey, Giannis, look what we're doing. You happy now?" He's like, "I don't know," but just sign those players. It's just not good enough to win a championship. So yeah, I got Milwaukee as a loser.
The last team that I got as a loser is the Indiana Pacers. You let Miles Turner walk. You let him walk. You lowball. First off, you lowballed the man when he sat there and went through rebuild with y'all. He sat there and went through I don't know how many teams with y'all, and he stayed loyal and produced every single. Even though the man don't get you 10 rebounds, he still produced for y'all every single season. And y'all couldn't even pay that man what he was worth. He helped y'all go to the NBA finals. You couldn't pay that man. They are definitely losers because now you just blew up a good team.
Yeah, the Pacers are definitely on here. Just letting Miles Turner go, and then we just talked about the Hornets don't have a big. They don't have a big either. So what are they gonna do? I don't know. So Pacers is definitely a loser. I'll say the last two teams. I say the Miami Heat are losers because they haven't done nothing. You let Duncan Robinson go for Fontecchio. Like, you're definitely a loser. The Heat they don't do nothing in free agency. Like, Pat Riley just be talking, but he doesn't make moves. Like, he just doesn't. And if you think you are a legit contender, you have to make a move. And Pat Riley just doesn't make a move all the time. And sticking with Tyler and Bam and Terry and Khalil Ware and all them, it's not good enough to be good in like the East. Well, top team in the East. So the Miami Heat are definitely a loser. And I would say the Golden State Warriors, they haven't done nothing. They haven't addressed the big situation. You got to address the bench. The Warriors, they got to make, like, they have to get a big. Like, I feel like if they miss out on Al Horford, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, it's going to be all because you just lost Kevon Looney. So if you don't get Al Horford, it's going to be a rough stretch for them. Then they're going to have to start like Quentin Post and stuff. He was okay last year. I give him that, but I don't think he's a star. I would rather have Al Horford. So the Warriors got to address the bench, got to address the big man. They just haven't done it for agency. They just been sitting still doing nothing. So the Warriors are definitely a loser, in my opinion. Okay, so one last thing before we go. What players are you excited about to watch in Summer League? Summer League starts Saturday. So who are you excited to watch this Summer League? Who are you excited to watch?
I'll say don't forget our teams too.
I know.
Yeah. Players I'm excited to watch. Bronny for sure. I want to see how Bronny takes his next leap in the NBA. Luke Kennard. not Luke Kennard, Dalton Connect. I'm tweaking. Dalton
Don't-
Connect. I want to see how he progresses in next year. Cooper. I want to see how Cooper does. Of course, Cooper, Dylan, VJ, Ace Bailey, Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen. Who else? What's the rookie that got drafted by the Nets again? Igor. I want to see. They took that man with a top 10 pick, so I want to see if he's worthy of this top 10 pick. Who else is what second year players are gonna be there? Zachariah. I want to see how Zachariah plays. Who else? Alex Sarr. I want to see how he progresses. He should play.
Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, Reed Shepherd, because he didn't get any tick at all. So he should definitely come back for vengeance on this upcoming year. And then the last one I'll probably say is bro from Illinois that got drafted to the Heat. Jakunis. Yeah, I want to see how he plays.
If I had to go with rookies, I would say Igor. I definitely want to see him. Like you said, they took him as a high pick. I want to see what he does. I think he's gonna be decent. In summer league at least. Obviously, Cooper. I definitely want to see VJ. I want to see Trey Johnson. I definitely want to see how he is because he's probably going to be the guy, obviously, in summer league. Probably with Alex Sarr and all those other good rookies they got. Well, second year players now. Like I want to see him, and then Bronny. Oh, Walter Clayton and Ace Bailey. I definitely want to see him.
Before you keep going, do you think that the Wizards are low key send they whole roster, but all they rookies down there? Because it's like y'all all gonna play together anyway. So it's like
see when you said Sarr, I was like, is Sarr gonna play? I was thinking, is Sarr even gonna play?
He might play the first couple of games, probably like the first game or two, and if he kills, they gonna sit him down.
Maybe Keyshawn George might play. Sarr, I don't know, but I can see Bub probably playing. I can see him. Trey Johnson. I said Trey Johnson. I want to see Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, how they work together because they're most likely the future of the Pelicans. I want to see how they are. And I definitely want to see Ace Bailey, got all this stuff behind him, even though he came to the Jazz late, but put that behind him and go show out in the summer league. I want to see that. And I want to see Walter Clayton. I want to see how he plays. And obviously Cooper, Dylan, VJ. I want to see all them. But let's see what Bronny is in year 2. Let's see how he is in the summer league. I think Bronny gonna be. Is it a stretch saying Bronny might be one of the best players in the summer league? Is that a stretch?
No. It's not a stretch. I think he is. If I had to put some number, I don't remember what he averaged last year in the summer league, but I think he's gonna get at least 15 for sure. He's gonna average at least 15 in summer league. And me personally, I think he should play all of summer league.
I think Bronny gonna try and show the world, like, hey, I'm really a good player, and like this is second year in summer league with Dalton Connect. Bronny, I want to see what Bronny gonna do. I definitely want to see what Bronny gonna do. All right. Now to finish off, we're gonna do our ride or dies for the rest of the season. Let's start with the one team we both got together, the Lakers. Obviously, that's our one team that we got together. So, who is the second team that you got? That's your ride or die.
Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, you got the Dallas Mavericks. You know what? I gotta write this down. Well, I'll go back and write it down so we can remember. The second team I got. The Houston Rockets, obviously, man. I'm rolling with the Houston Rockets, man. Kevin Durant, man. We here, bro. We here, man. Who's the third team you got that you ride down?
Detroit Pistons. Come on, man. Detroit basketball, baby.
I knew that. I knew. I'm surprised you said the freaking Mavericks first. I'm surprised you said that.
I gotta get my boy Kyrie out the way.
Oh, the third team I'm riding or die with for the rest of the year. I'm gonna go with the Orlando Magic. I like what they've been doing. I'm going with the Magic as my third team.
It's 5, right?
Yep, just 5 teams.
You probably gonna pick them next, but that's cool.
I don't know. No, if you pick them, that's your team. If I can't pick them, if you pick them, that's your team.
I'm gonna go Philly. I'm riding with Philly again this year. I'm gonna ride with Philly again.
Got Philly. I probably would have because I like Joel. He's one of my favorite players. But you got Philly.
No, I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about another team.
Oh, okay then. Ooh, what's another team I want to ride or die with? Man, I gotta ride and die with this team all year. I'm gonna go with the Raptors.
The
I'm liking what
Raptors?
the Raptors are doing, brother. I'm liking what the
Okay.
Raptors are doing. I'm
Okay.
messing with the Raptors. That's my rider. That's my fourth rider. This is our last team. Now remember, we
Nah,
got
I ain't gonna lie,
all
that's
up
a
into
hard one.
next year. If you want
Man,
to switch out, you can. All the way up until the first game of the regular season.
I low key want to ride with the Clippers again because all
Go
that
ahead.
James Harden hate last year
Go
in the
ahead.
playoffs. But I'm not. I ain't gonna pick them. I'm gonna pick the Charlotte Hornets. I'm gonna rock with the Charlotte Hornets. I'm gonna rock with the Charlotte Hornets. Even though I just cussed them out, I'm a low key ride with them. I think they retooled their roster in a good way. I think they're gonna be more competitive this year.
So we each got like a 1 week team. I got the
Yeah.
Raptors. You got the Hornets. All right, my last ride or die. Give me the Spurs, man. Give me Wemby, bro. Give me Wemby. This team gonna be decent. That's our ride or die. So my ride or dies: Los Angeles Lakers, Houston Rockets, Orlando Magic, San Antonio Spurs, and the Toronto Raptors.
And then my ride or die: Los Angeles Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Detroit Pistons, Philadelphia 76ers, and the Charlotte Hornets.
I'm surprised you ain't say the Bulls.
Hell no, I'm not riding with them. Come on,
Now,
nah,
okay,
dog.
all right, then. So if they make the playoffs, I don't
I'm
want to hear
still not
none of
riding that.
that.
Boy, they
No,
not even making the
but
playoffs. They'd be lucky if they probably gonna be the worst team in the NBA, dog.
man, if the Hornets make the playoffs, oh my god, I'm gonna hear the end of it.
I'm surprised you ain't ride with the Hawks. I thought you was gonna pick the Hawks. That's what I thought you was gonna pick. I thought you was gonna pick the Hawks.
No, I like what the Hawks are doing, but I think the Raptors are kind of slept on. I really do. In
No,
the
they
East,
are.
I think they
They
slept
are.
on, bro.
They
I
are.
think they need some love. I think, but
They
remember,
gonna they
we
gonna make
can
the playoffs.
switch. We can switch all the way. Once the first game starts, we are locked into those teams all year. We cannot switch. So we have basically 3 months to basically, if we want to switch or not. It's up to you. You don't have to.
I
But
was
so
gonna pick the
next week,
Magic too.
no, I knew
I was
I
gonna
was
pick the
rolling with the
Magic.
Magic. I like what the Magic have done. I definitely like. But low key though, I kind of like what the Hawks have been doing. But I kind of like what the Hawks have been doing. And it's crazy because I've been calling them mid forever. But that's neither here nor there. So next week we'll do our players, 10 players, and we can keep 2 players. We actually let me start real quick. Are we both just gonna pick LeBron and Luka?
For what?
Our players.
How many players you said we gonna pick?
10 players, and we can
10.
keep 2, and we can both have 2 of the same.
Oh yeah, you know I'm picking Brown.
Okay,
and
so
Luka.
let's
picking
make
Brown and
it
Luka.
to. We can have up to 4 of the same players. 4 of the same players then. And the 6 gotta be different. I mean, we don't have to have the same players, but it could be up to 4 as the same.
9 times out of 10, we probably is gonna have some of the same players.
All right, man. I might have Ben Simmons in there.
You gonna rather die with Ben Simmons?
Hey, hell no, man. Wait till next week, brother. Wait till next week, man.
That was your man's. That was your man's.
Man. He still got the jersey in the closet, brother. Still got the jersey in the closet. But that's it for the full court entertainment. Well, let me read this real quick. MCTV, Mavs #1 fan, game over. Cooper Flag, the man, MVP.
And then Simone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. So, Simone, y'all know I'm going to continue to ride for OKC. You know what? Next week, Simone can say her ride or dies too. I want to hear what she says, and you can tell me what she said. I want her 5 rides. She can she can do players and teams. She can do players and teams. She can be on this. I'm cool with that. Just say, when we get on her players and her teams, she could be in this too. So she got OKC. I knew I wasn't picking OKC. I knew that for sure. They was not gonna be named in here.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna repeat next year. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But that's it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. Follow us on all social media platforms at Full Court Entertainment Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We are also on Apple Music and Spotify if you want to listen to us on the audio platforms. Thank you guys for helping us always, for liking the video, subscribing to us, man. Means a lot. Got our first donation from Francisco, man. He's been here since day one, man. That's a real ride or die right there, man. But thank you guys, man. We will see you guys next time. Unless there's some breaking news, we will see you guys next time. See y'all later.